Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to the RSL. Tasteless and Sturgeon here today as we continue to move on here in Season 5.
Yeah, indeed. We had some very quick series yesterday. We got some more top players coming up. So hopefully we're going to have some closer series, some more back and forth. Maybe even a Game 5 Tasteless.
Yeah,
we'll have to see what's in store.
It's actually funny. I showed up yesterday because I was confused. I thought I was casted. And then I get here. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, I'm coming in tomorrow. By the time I got to dinner, I made plans for dinner once I realized I wasn't casted. I'm like, it's already done.
Yeah.
I tried to open up my phone and follow the games. Crazy short day. Fingers crossed we do not have something as absurdly short as yesterday, but sometimes you get 2 3-0s, games that are not even that long. That's kind of the beauty of StarCraft 2 is you can have a game that's 4 minutes, you can have a game that's 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, indeed. We're just taking a quick look at the bracket here. We see Solar 3-0'd Classic yesterday. Hero 3-0'd Shin. Both those guys move on to the round of 4, which will be on May 24th. Today we have Clem versus Rogue as the second series. Bunny versus Lambo as the first series today. That one's been switched around. Classic and Shin are waiting in the losers bracket to, face each other, and whoever loses today will also go down there.
That's right. So one of our players, Classic or Shin, is going to be eliminated soon here. I'm super excited for the matches here today with Clem versus Rogue and Bunny versus Lambo. I think these guys, both of these matches should be really close. Super excited that Clem is in this season of RSL, as well as Lambo. Rogue Bunny, of course, I love seeing these guys, but I've casted them a lot. I cast a lot of Korean players, so I get kind of excited when there's some foreigners here. So, guys, right now we're in the middle of the RSL. It is Saturday. I know that we're normally on Saturday and Sunday, but tomorrow the GSL finals are happening, so we're not going to have any RSL. I'll be down. We're going to be live, actually, in the studio with the audience and everything. So hopefully I can see you guys there on Sunday. If not, be sure to tune in. And then Season 2 of GSL starts that week. So we're going to be right back in the mix of it. And, of course, RSL is going to resume on the weekends like we always are on. And we do have 2 long broadcasts on the 30th as well as the 31st. So we'll be starting a little bit earlier. And, honestly, every RSL, I feel like it gets better than the season before. I feel like we've really found our flow, found our rhythm.
Yeah, big thank you to Archon Studio, the official partner and sponsor of the RSL. Been with us since Season 1. They are the premier tabletop miniatures makers game company in the world. They have made a beautiful set of StarCraft models, as well as a whole tabletop game experience. Tasteless has been making some videos showcasing all of that over on the RSL X, so feel free to check that out, and also check out the Archon Studio website and consider purchasing it. It looks really good.
Honestly, I got chills when I saw the boxes come. Like, it is so perfect. If you're like a fan of StarCraft, this is kind of the ultimate collector's item. And I didn't really know a whole lot about the whole tabletop miniatures game world. Something I always thought was cool as a kid, but like I never really got to tap into it. But it's been exciting as an adult to kind of see and understand that, it's not just that there's figurines, it's an actual game you can play. It's another strategy game you can play in the, the world of StarCraft. So just excellent product. We really appreciate that they've stuck with us the whole time. Bunny always does this thing with his hands, this wrist. Have you tried flicking your wrist like that?
Ali G thing?
No, I guess it is kind of an Ali G thing. He always does that before. I tried doing that with my own wrist, and it hurts. I feel like my hands are about to fly off.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of stretch for him. But for me, that doesn't feel...
Yeah.
I guess if you just shake it out, it feels good. But, he's definitely limbering up, for his sports day.
That's right.
Here at the RSL. Got to keep limber, keep loose.
Yeah, don't want to get beyond risks going forward here.
Yeah.
This is a best of 5, by the way, guys. We're ready to get into this. Bunny versus Lambo starting now.
Yes, indeed. The first map will be Missing You today. We have Bunny in the top right. Kind of a veteran of the RSL at this point. He's been in many seasons so far. This is Lambo's, of course, first appearance. It is the year of Lambo, guys. Lambo, Lambo. I can hear the chat right now. We'd love to see him do well, have a good series here. Let's see how much of a fight he can put up. I think Bunny is a pretty tough opponent. He can be very aggressive at times, go for a lot of 2-base, 3-base pushes. Pretty scary opponent, but I believe Lambo, is good enough to get it done, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, Lambo, by the way, he's got a great course I think you can sign up for that's on a Patreon.
The Zerg Academy.
The Zerg Academy. I just forgot what it was. Yeah, I would recommend you guys check that out. He really knows his stuff.
I signed up to that. It's amazing, by the way. It's so many good build order guides, meta guides, just a wealth of information by obviously a top player. It's really invaluable.
Yeah, he's one of these guys where he's not only a good player, he's really like articulate.
Yes.
You know, and kind of. Not everybody I've found who's good at StarCraft is good at explaining how the game works, or you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
good players aren't always good teachers, right?
Right, yeah, but he's definitely one of them. So just want to put a little plug in there for him if you want to support him, or you want to become a student of Zerg. His stuff is great. So in this game we've got Bunny going for an expand into a double gas. So this is just going to be Expo, probably front loaded into a 1-1-1. And we'll see what kind of game we're going to have here with these two guys.
Yeah, he's getting a quick CC here. On the side of Lambo, you see it is just going to be a hatch gas pool. Pool finishing up now, be getting a couple queens. There's no super fast Reaper, obviously, as the barracks is just finishing up now. It's going to be a Marine opener here. So we won't have the usual dance of the Reaper chasing the Lings, chasing the drones and being a nuisance and denying that third. That was actually a problem Lambo had in his first series that he played. It was ZVT, and he got his third killed. It was against Clem. He got the drone trying to make the third kill twice, and it kind of spiraled the game out of control. So I like that he's able to get a comfortable start here, just get that third base down on time, get everything up and running. So got one guy in gas right now, even though he has his speed not done yet. Going to just maximize the mineral income here and get the speed a little bit later, but still in time for when any Hellions may show up.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it's unless it's a mistake, it's a very fine-tuned build to kind of streamline everything out here. The factory's almost done, and then we're probably going to see the factory added on here to the reactor, and we're going to see those Hellions come out here, and it's going to be a little bit of creep cleaning here on the map.
Yeah, I love those little details, like the one guy in gas. Oh, hang on a minute, there's a few Lings coming up to this ramp. It's open right now. Okay, Bunny does close it in time, but he does see there is a reacted factory up there. The SCV is doing a little runaway. Obviously, Lambo's worried about the Hellions coming out and him losing all the Lings, so he will decide to back off for the moment.
Yeah, he's going to just play it safe here. We have the tech lab coming along as well, being made from the factory, which will probably be added on here to the starport. Ling speed a little bit later than normal, as Sturgeon was saying, but he had less drones and gas to start. He's going to get a Viking first, so this is going to be an Overlord clearing Viking that he's going to send out on the map. And like we were saying earlier, the Hellions are going to be coming out in pairs here. At the least, they'll be trying to clear creep tumors. At the most, they'll be trying to kill drones.
Well, let's see if he actually goes for a run by here. Hits that creep chamber, will run in. Okay, just changes his mind at the last minute. Speed wasn't done yet, so there may have actually been a small window there to get in and do some damage. The Queens would have had to run back and try to defend. The Overlord's coming in now. It will just see the racks, and will it see Stim? I think it was just on the border of the range. Yeah, it does see Stim researching. There was something researching, so Lambo can kind of put the pieces together. Presume this is not going to be a mech game, something like that.
Right. He did not see the third command center, which is maybe the most important thing to try to spot for, because that's really where okay, is this going to be me macroing, or am I going to have to be ready for an attack? A Stim, early on, you might think that would lead into an attack, because that's probably the most important upgrade Terran gets in the whole game, but it doesn't have to be. And in this case, yeah, if you're going to go for a command center, it's going to be a slower game. Probably, yeah, here we go. He beat me to it. Double eBay into 8 racks. This is kind of like the core TVZ build that you see used nowadays.
Yeah, you can hit some really, really strong mid-game time-ins lining that up with your upgrades. Lambo's going to go into Roach and +1 armor here. This build has become kind of popular recently. The armor makes the Marines do so much less damage, and then you can also do some big Roach time-ins in the mid-game as well. Adding in 3 more gases now as his layer finishes, so he can get all his upgrades and tech online. The 1-1 is on the way for Bunny. It's about a similar time. The armor upgrades are similar, but obviously Lambo won't have that attack upgrade for the moment.
Okay, the Hellions are going to come down. And he gets a little swipe in there, takes out 2 drones. Could have honestly been a lot worse here for Lambo. The Liberator's going to wrap around the back here, and it doesn't seem like Lambo's quite reacting in time, so he's going to lose at least 2 or 3 drones.
Yeah, and there's no Spore Crawler here as well, so you have to move that Queen slowly around the back of this gas here, find an angle to hit it, but then of course it's going to move. So this is taking a lot of the eco away from Lambo, the mining time, as well as 6 drones going down.
Okay, so he sets up the Liberator over here. Actually, Lambo gets everything out pretty perfectly. It's been 6 kills so far. Bunny can't get much else done. There's no way for this Liberator to really go anywhere else. We've got 8 roaches, now 10 roaches on the way, so a lot more roaches as this game's going to ramp up. There should be an opportunity for Lambo to try to hit this third base that's landing over here.
Yeah, he's not made any drones for a while now, just holding that roach key. He's definitely going to look for a big time in as his roach speed finishes up probably. Adding a couple more drones in, but I don't think he'll be making too many more. These aren't just a few defensive roaches. He's made a lot of them. He's morphing Ravagers here. This is going to be an attack with a big Ling follow-up as well, as they get across the map quickly.
Okay, so will Bunny be ready for this attack? I mean, Roach Ravager, it is a bit of a power spike for the Zerg, right? This is a moment where, like, and you can't be on Roach Ravager forever, right? It's kind of this tech that lets you really bully in the mid-game, like right when Terran's trying to ramp up. And Terran's actually pushing, and like when you see 2 people push in the middle of the map, one of you is wrong, and in this case, I think Bunny is making a mistake.
I definitely agree with you. If he gets caught across the map here, he might be in a world of trouble. One Marine will see these roaches. Clutch scout there by Bunny, sending a single unit down to just check if anything's coming, and there is a lot coming right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is bad because the tanks are going to get caught in the middle of the map. This one tank that sieges is going to get biled down. Zerg could literally run up into the main here. I don't even think that would be a bad idea, actually. Just ignore the push that's coming back to try to fight you. He could wrap around instead. Now, he's getting surrounded a little bit, but the problem is I think there's so much Zerg here. I don't think any of these tanks or infantry are safe. This is catastrophic right now here for Bunny.
The tanks are so exposed they go down instantly, and there's only Bio remaining. The Roach Ravager getting on top of all this now, doing as much damage as it can. 21 SCVs fall. Lambo looking in control of game 1 right now. The SCVs forced to pull once again.
Yeah, the SCVs are taking so much damage. 24 have been killed. I don't know that Bunny is going to last long in this game. The tank count was reset. The command center is going to have to lift off. And I think he could wind up for another big attack over here into the natural.
I mean, there's only 1 tank in production right now, and I mean, if Lambo has the high ground vision, which we see he does with the Overseer, actually that might get sniped there a little bit too close. So he's going to have to try and find that tank without that. The Marines actually start stepping forward, very brave, into the Roach Ravager here. The SCV's pulled, sent back again, but there's just too much Zerg right now. Lambo Supply eclipsing Bunny here as he looks to close out game number 1. All the Marines fall in, all the SCVs going down. The Roach count is actually thinning out here, but there's still more reinforcing with more Lings.
I mean, this is 30 SCVs to 57 drones. And it's going to be, a mix back in with Roach, Ravager, Ling. There's going to be so many Ravagers. I think the only way Terran could survive would be, like, perfectly positioned tanks that the Ravagers can't get. But I don't think that he has enough tanks to kind of chain them together to cover everything.
Yeah, I'd like to see Lambo bring another Overseer over here just so he can get that high ground vision. But
oh, yeah, good point.
He may not need it as this tank's actually on the low ground. Is going to get biled instantly. The SCV is pulled once more. The Marine count is starting to thin here. Bunny on his last legs, it looks like.
Yeah, GG. Game 1 goes to Lambo. I don't know why Bunny was on the map. The quote that I gave there is actually one I heard Artosis say, but it's so true.
That looks like an impression.
When you see 2 armies moving in the middle of the map, to me, one of them is wrong. There's no like, like in the American, like the old days, like where both sides would get like riflemen and they like meet somewhere and they point at each other and shoot at each other.
Yeah.
And obviously that's it's a completely illogical way to wage warfare. That's like what we saw Bunny doing. If you see roaches and Ravagers at all, you should not move out. Now, maybe he missed that. I don't know. I thought he saw roaches
I
hatching.
thought he saw a roach as well, but maybe he didn't, or maybe he thought they're just defensive roaches to deal with the Hellions. But
yeah, it could be.
It seemed. I think when he spotted it, it looked a little bit late for that, though. So I'm kind of with you. I'm not sure he knew what Lambo was doing, and I think those kind of builds are so popular in the meta right now, these Roach Ravager pushes. I mean, Rogue's done that so many times in recent ZVTs. I think you really have to be on the lookout for this kind of all-in the mid-game.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was not an appropriate time to move out. The third base hadn't been there for very long.
Yeah.
And I don't even think... Was there a fourth base in that game? Actually, no, for Zerg. Was there?
For Zerg, wait, did he have the hatchery? I was focused so much on Bunny that I don't actually remember. But
okay, well, either way, it didn't look like he had like an obvious target to push.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyways, the attack was the wrong time to attack, basically.
Yeah, I like the single Marine he sent. I just think he should have done that first.
Yeah.
Before his army actually moved out. And then if you see like 20 roaches running across the map, you just keep your tanks home.
Yeah. Well, it's also like we see Terrans lose when all the tanks are at home and they're well placed.
Yes.
And that's like him running back. It's like, okay, well, this is probably not going to go well. Anyways, we're here in Game 2. Lambo up with a 1-0 lead in this best of 5. And let's see what exactly we're going to have here from Bunny and Lambo. I think Bunny had like a perfectly fine opener, and the harass was fine too. He got like 6 or 7 drones or something like that. But the push just didn't make any sense. He clearly was operating on bad intel and seemed to think that there was some moment to come and punish the Zerg when the reality is the Zerg was actually coming to try to end the game. So we'll need to see Bunny scout a little bit better this time around.
Yeah, there's always a bad feeling when you go for a like eco-focused build. You go like CC first, for example. You kind of macroing up, everything's going good. Like you say, you get some harassment done, you kill some workers, and then you finally decide to leave your base, and that's the moment you get hit by the all-in.
Right.
That really feels bad. So yeah, I feel Bunny's pain on that one, but if you can just clean up the scouting a bit more and then, ban down the hatches if it happens again.
Right.
It is holdable for sure.
Okay, so we're going to be off to another fairly slow start here. This is tech probably into a front-loaded expansion from Terran. Zerg, we always have to wait a little bit to kind of see what the the tech reveal is going to be. This is a map where you're kind of close together. It's hard to really have some bases. Some maps give Zerg bases that are several of them are just hard to push. Right, Zerg can kind of play keep away from the Terran, which in a lot of games that's kind of what Zerg wants to do, is basically just be far enough away that they can tech into what they want and then come in and punish later on. But this is going to be a map where maybe Zerg is going to be enticed to try to do that Road Ravager style again. When you're in close proximities, that's a lot of times a good way to play the game, kind of go for that battle Zerg style.
Yeah, and I just think that style is really strong right now as well in general. Kind of on a lot of maps, like you say, especially on shorter maps. It is a reprofiting this time, so he will be here to annoy the units, but Lambo got his queens out very early here, going for that slightly quicker pull, and he won't need the lings to defend this. Just the queens alone are enough here. Going for his third queen now and the third hatchery, and you were talking about the bases before. One feature of taking this third base is that it's very easy to hit it from the other side with tanks, right? Like you can position your tanks on that other side and you can just shell the mineral line. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye out if there is that kind of tank push. If Lambo's going to be the aggressor, obviously won't play as much of an impact. But let's see how things unfold, as we do see a very early third CC and double Hellion production on the way right now.
I mean, this looks a lot like the previous game. We'll see if it is going to be Viking into Liberator tech. But in a lot of ways, this game seems to mirror Game 1.
Yeah, right now it does. Lambo's going for roaches again. He's got that roach warren on the way. And I like the idea last time, like get the Viking, clear out all the vision, and then Liberator harass. So Lambo doesn't know it's coming, kind of spawns in time to deal with it. I thought that was pretty smart, and it worked decently well. This game, there's obviously no Liberators on the way. Yet, anyway. We do have the Viking, so he could go for something similar. Will he commit to sending the Hellions this time? It's actually
nice.
Fully walled. Wow.
Yeah, nicely done. Just going to lose some HP on those Hellions. This is not an easy third base to have early on. It's a very, very punishable. Is he going to cancel one of these?
I think he'll cancel it. This is really smart, by the way, because he's been very greedy. He didn't make any Zerglings at all. So Hellion run-by has become a lot scarier.
That's a good point.
And the only way you can really stop them getting in your mineral line is with that wall. So Lambo being ready for that is actually really sick. With the double Evo chamber, and then he wants to get one of them anyway for that armor upgrade, probably. So I really like that play from Lambo.
Yeah, that's a really good point that you made, Sturgeon, that like he's really, really greedy, like powering up with these drones. And that's a great way to play instead of having to... one way to think about Zerg and how they have to operate is any one unit you make, unless it's a queen, by the way, but if you're making like a roach, then that's not a drone.
Right.
If you're making a drone, it's not a roach, right? And so how you economized larva is so important. So if you're able to just like not make 4 roaches at the start and make 4 more drones, that's so much more money that's going to come in. And then to simply use that Evo chamber as a defense, you're basically getting all those extra drones out, all for the cost of 1 canceled Evo chamber, which is like, I don't even know what that is, but it's low.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this is one of the maps where you can just wall that that entrance with the 3 buildings there. So it makes a lot of sense to play like that on this map specifically. This Overlord trying to morph into an Overseer to get out.
So annoying.
It actually will get away. The Queen is here to ensure safe passage. But I mean, that costs you something still, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, it's super annoying there for the Terran. He did go for 3rd CC, right? So,
yeah.
You know, and by the way, you see the Ravager eggs. That should be the biggest tell, right? These are not defending Hellions. Now, he's going to land the 3rd CC regardless, right? You don't turn the CC around for that. But this should, you know, basically going off what we saw in Game 1, Terran should not push here.
Right.
Because now you need to know what your role is. I am not the attacker. I'm the defender.
Yeah, and he sees this coming way in advance with his Viking. Got to be careful not to lose it. Okay, and he is paying attention. Nice little move there. But he has complete vision of this. There's no anti-air with this army, apart from the Biles. So let's see. Let's see. He does lift his 3rd CC. He's going to reposition it to the horizontal base. I actually like that. You can still drop some mules over there if you want to. But Lambo is going to be trying to make this happen. 59 workers, a ton of Roach Ravager, and a Changeling.
Yeah, so he went for the 3rd base that's like tucked all the way up at the top. Now the problem is that he's basically separated from this. The 2 Hellions are going to come in here. They're going to get a couple drone kills, maybe 4. Yeah, just barely that. He's going to dive in. He does take out the tank.
Yeah, he does. He's droning behind this as well with an infestation pit. So this isn't necessarily meant to kill Bunny. Just kill all the depots, get any tanks that you can, any free units, deny the Terran from mining at the 3rd base, while you go up to a 4 base economy here and try to get Hive Tech on the way, maybe transition into Roach Ravager Lingbane. That's the goal here from Lambo. And it's difficult for Bunny to sniff that out. Like, am I being all in here, or is this like a Roach Ravager kind of pressure?
Yeah, yeah. There's that Hive Tech. The Infestor's being made here as well. You know, right now that command center is basically just sitting up there. It might have been better served actually being back at home, you know, and making SCVs, because right now it's just floating. So you're not getting, you know, obviously you're not mining with that, but you're also not getting the benefit of the SCVs that could have been cranked out of there. So he's going to land here at the standard 3rd base location. Zerg's already backed up.
Yeah, so the pressure is over here. Lambo's drone behind this. He's up to 69 workers right now. He's got his Infestor. It was kind of ice skating for a moment there. It looked kind of funny. There is a drop down here, which may pick off this Queen if it doesn't come back soon. Okay, never mind. Lambo does send it back. Dotting his I's and crossing his T's there. Good Zerg fundamentals there. Send the Queen back after you drop the tumor. Very nice. This double drop will be annoying though, because there's nothing that shoots up right now.
Yeah, like this is just going to be able to roam here. He's going to try to target down this 1 Queen. Good defense here from Lambo. Lambo, by the way, about to get to that supply spike here. He's going to max out. And that there is a point where when you go for Roach Ravager, you max out, and you actually want to dump supply in fights and see if you can trade out. And this is really where the power struggle happens. It's kind of the climax of a TVZ from the Zerg's perspective is can you actually kind of grapple the Terran down, take out their tanks, get them small enough that you can maybe come in here and wipe the 3rd base out. And meanwhile, Bunny is going to push.
Yeah, I think he has to do something. There's Ultras on the way and Microbial Shroud, so Lambo's army will be insane if he's allowed to grow for a couple minutes.
It's kind of a weird bungle. It hit the medevacs and not the infantry. Kind of the opposite of what you want there. There's a drop over here at the 4th base, but right now Lambo is in pursuit, and there's not enough medevacs to pick up everything over here.
Yeah, enough roaches to deal with this attack. Only a few drones going down. Lambo is playing so good right now. The tanks are not sieged. He needs to get those sieged ASAP. Okay, he does manage to in time, but I mean, he's only just now starting his 4th CC. I think Lambo's in a very good position going into this late game as long as the drops don't do too much damage here.
Yeah, and the Marines are going to come up now. He is going to basically gun down 1 Queen, maybe get the 2nd one over here. Actually doesn't get that one. How crazy is that? So, what is Bunny going to be able to do here? Because now we have that Ultra Tech up. We have 3 Ultralisks about to hatch. We're going to get Banelings here, too. I mean, really, Lambo's mixing in all the right ingredients to have a possible killing blow come up here.
Yeah, when these Ultralisks first come out, there's going to be a ton of microbial shrouds available. This is going to be an insanely hard-hitting timing with the microbial shrouded Ultras. They're going to take no damage at all. With the kindness plating, with the armor upgrades. We also see Adrenal on the way, Aspire as well, just for those late-game corruptors if you need them, or even potentially Broodlords, but probably not just yet. So I really like Lambo kind of rounding out his tech tree here. Oh, you can't lose this before the upgrade's done. Bunny targets the cavern and it's gonna go down.
Oh my god, kindness plating denied.
That is a huge pickoff.
That was like the final thing that he needed. And 2-2 is about to finish here for Bunny. I feel like Lambo probably still has to come out here and try to attack though, right?
How many Ultras did he make before that went down? We did see the one in the main.
I saw at least 3 that were made in the production tab earlier. Yeah, 3
okay, he's
total.
Got 3 Ultras. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can still go for it. With Microbial Shroud, they are going to provide a good front line, but...
This was supposed to hit when Chitinous Plating was done.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this was all leading up to, so that's kind of crazy. The Spire is going to finish. And, Terran is going to get this 4th base. The position's a little boxy. It's not going to be very easy to come in here and hit this. He is hitting on the left side with some roaches, but that seems to be more of a diversion because the real target's going to be up here at 12 o'clock. So he's going to have all these units ready to go. Microbial Shroud. There is one Widow Mine. He's got to be careful. This is actually a lot more infestors than I thought he was going to have here.
Oh, he has so many. There's going to be so many fungals and Microbial Shrouds available. But just not having the Ultra count exactly where you want it and not having Chitinous Plating, I feel like it kind of means that Lambo can't go just now, but he actually stayed on a low drone count. We see he's only on 67. This is not like a late game drone count, it's not 90 or in that area where you can kind of play a really, really late game. So he either needs to add more drones. Okay, we do see him now. Okay, I think now he's going to commit to playing like a longer game, even though I don't think he wanted to.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, we're in a very different spot here. I think Bunny could be in a better position here if he can make this game last a little bit longer. We haven't had the moment where he's really used the Ultras yet, right? He's kind of jockeyed for a good position to try to hit, and he hasn't really found that yet. It's a pretty turtled position here for Bunny. Now, Bunny's moving out with a push here on the right side of the map.
Yeah, I think if he does move out, Lambo can still go for a fight. He has added a bunch more CCs, 3 on the way right now. He's only mining on 4 currently, so I feel like Lambo doesn't have to do anything for the moment. But if the army's out here on the map, why not fight it? Good micro here, making sure you don't lose a ton of infestors or lings to these Widow Mines. Chitinous Plating is finally almost done here in 5 seconds, so let's see if Lambo is going to choose this as his moment to be aggressive, or if he wants to play a bit longer, get more bases, and try to deny Bunny's mine later.
Yeah, now he's coming up here, and I mean, he's going to take this hatch out. Beautifully done. Lambo in kind of a tough spot for the time being.
There's so many Marauders there.
It's
such a Marauder heavy drop.
Ooh, this is huge. He's just going to be able to blast this down. Well, kind of almost backs out. Now, if he just gets a pickup, he can... Oh, my God. The fungal was absolutely crazy. So right now, we've had 2 hatcheries poked out in a minute. 3-3 is done for Terran. Lambo, sitting not only on a maxed out army, but on a lot of minerals and a lot of gas. So, we haven't had Lambo with the army trade out yet. And part of that might be because Terran's on these 4 bases. There's like no really easy area to attack into. It almost feels like he has to stretch the game out for Terran to have to expand into a spot that is then also going to be a weakness where he can try to strike it over and over.
Yeah. Also, Terran being on 4 bases isn't the end of the world, If they have like 6 or 7, you have to do something. But you can't let them just mine out their side of the map. Their units will be more efficient over time. But once he takes a 5th and a 6th, I think Lambo will look to be more aggressive. There's 4 orbitals here, which is pretty insane. He's going to start moving those out. And Lambo has his army split into 2 right now, so he may be looking to hit 2 places at once or get a pincer mover going as he gets a huge fungal on all these medevacs. The Ultralists engage here. Going to take out some units. The tank line is pretty deep. There's Liberators here as well. Some Marauders, ton of medevacs, but here come the Corruptors to take those out.
Yeah, he's going to try to chew his way through here. He does actually get up to this planetary. I don't know that he's going to be able to take it out. He really should use those Corruptors and try to ooze it down if he can, but He doesn't have enough time. He's going to pull out. There's nothing that hits air. I don't want to be too nitpicky here, but yeah, I mean, Lambo kind of drives in, does damage, but it's not enough to really break the position. But with the minerals and gas he has now, he's going to go right back up to maxing out. And this is one of these things where it's kind of like a 1-2 punch, sometimes like a 1-2-3 punch. But you kind of you dump the resources right after you've lost a chunk of your army, and you can spike back up in supply. And after a couple blows of that hitting, a lot of times the Terran gets flattened.
The look at the jump in economy here and the mineral income as all these mules land in the top right base here. I think Lambo would really like to know about this. I'd love to see. He has a Ling at the base just below Bunny's main, but if he had one over there, I think he would definitely attack into that. You don't want to let the Terran get these bases on the extremities of the map and kind of dump all their mules there. Okay, that is a lot of drop overlords going to the main.
This is so good. This is so good because the main is, I think, really the soft spot here. It's all the way in the top left. The most valuable locations here for Terran on the top right. So this is where, remember, Terran not maxed out in supply right now. Decent defenses, though, over here. But this is going to be a huge drop in here. What is this, all Lings?
Yeah, it looks to be so.
Oh, God, please!
A little bit slow on that. That's because he was attacking over here at the same time, though. Bunny going to find it hard to deal with that in the main as he has to hold this push as well. The Ultra is fighting the Planetary from the front. That's not what you want. You want them around the back so they hit the SCVs as well. And I got to say, that defense was amazing by Bunny. He didn't lose that much there.
Well, I think Lambo really messed up the drop there. I think he had that clicked way too deep. You're fine just dropping it like right at the edge of their base. But, have 2 Overlords full Lings, not unloading, is massive. You want to have enough Lings there that it kind of snowballs everything. Snowballs the damage, of everything popping out of the barracks.
Yeah, I mean, those are Adrenal Lings. They shred through buildings, units, anything, you name it, so quickly. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. Some actually good Widowmine hits for Bunny, clearing out some of these Lings. And now Lambo obviously knows he has the top right base, and I feel like this game just slipped out of Lambo's reach a bit. I thought his position was really good for a long time.
Yeah, he's not done.
Right.
But
I mean, still got 4K in the bank.
Yeah, but Bunny is squeezed into the top right, and I think those spots are almost impregnable. We have a Greater Spire coming, which is, I think, a nod to the inevitable Broodlord Infestor, but whenever that comes out, it always feels like then the next step is for the Terran to play keep away and start to hit all these exposed bases that Zerg a lot of times can't really defend easily. Why? Because they went Broodlord Infestor,
right.
And suddenly they don't have the kind of mobility they might have had before.
The one thing Lambo has going for him right now is that Bunny does not have Ghost yet. So a Broodlord switch could actually be good at some point. Okay, he's going for it. 14 Broodlords in production right now. He has the Ghost Academy, but what is the Ghost Can right now? I haven't seen any on the field yet. Not sure if he's actually been making those. No, there's 0 Ghosts out right now, so Snipes are obviously very good in this situation against the Zerg Hive units. But Bunny's not going to wait for that. He's actually pushing right now, and the Broodlords are not over here, so you cannot defend this hatchery.
Yeah, and another hatchery gets poked out.
Oh, has he just scanned the Broodlords? Yes.
Yeah, so he sees. So this should prompt him to have something go to the center left. Now, one thing about Broodlord Infestors, you kind of get this ball of death that usually can pierce any position on the map. Unless Terran can hit this head on, there's not a lot you can do. And Terran doesn't have anywhere near as many bases, so he's gonna just slowly glide up to the top. And here's what I was talking about. Here comes that attack on the center left. Ooh, and a drop towards the main.
Yeah, you pointed out, Tasteless, the Broodlord army is very slow. Bunny taking full advantage of that right now. Splitting his army into 2, down 2 sides of the map. I mean, you just can't defend that as Lambo. You can't get all the Broodlords home. You're going to probably lose a ton of tech structures here, maybe even the Hive. He's just going to go for it at the front now. We're entering somewhat of a base race here as hatcheries will fall, the main may fall. These units are so overstimmed, though, all on the red HP right now. The hatchery goes down, but so will all of those units.
Okay, so he breaks this. Now, Zerg is going to have to accept that you're going to lose a lot in this process, because what you're trying to do is basically cut the head off. You're trying to decapitate the Terran and let them bleed out after this, basically doing, fatal damage to the Terran where, Lambo may be crippled for the rest of this game, but he can still recover.
Yeah, and Bunny's making 5 ghosts at a time. He's got a decent count now, and you're not going to be able to kill the top right. If you don't get on top of the production, and Terran can keep making ghosts here, I'm very worried for Lambo. Obviously, the top right base is still mining, so his freshest base is still there. Meanwhile, he's going to lose a ton of tech down here if he's not able to kill this Bioforce.
Yeah, he's continuing to do a lot of damage here. You know, I would like to see something go up there to the top right, because that's really the last spot that Bunny has.
Yeah, it is a planetary.
What do the Broodlings do? Okay, he's moving him again. Kind of a heart attack here watching these, like, Broodlords just sit. Now, there's some ghosts out here, but there's Overseers to spot.
Yeah, there's a lot of ghosts here. You're going to have to make sure they don't get good snipes on these Broodlords, or that might be the game-winning move here. Lambo, he does still have an amazing bank, by the way. Still 4K, very low on the gas, but he can make a ton of Lings if he wants to. He's trying to make Corruptors to deal with any Vikings that might come out, or just make more Broodlords here. He still has 6 Infestors. There's a world where he can make this push happen. He just has to not let the ghosts get onto the Broodlords here.
Yeah, back at home. Okay, so the Terran army has not been cleaned up. I don't know what tech Zerg has right now, by the way, because the main was hit and the hive was hit. God, it's so funny. I was saying Bunny should have, or Lambo should have hit the top right and taken out the expansion, but I think if he just gets into the main here.
Yeah, if you can get on the production, that could be a game-ending move, but this Bio's been here for so long. Only now are the Lings going to come in and take that out. The Broodlords are unattended right now. A lot of them are actually falling to these Vikings here. And I think that is the end of the Broodlords, and with that, the end of the game.
Wow. Bunny wins that crazy game. I feel like there's so many things happening back there, but Lambo did not have the right tech to after he lost everything that was in his main to, like, remake what he needed to actually clean up that infantry on the map.
Yeah, for me, there are a few key moments. The first one is obviously when Bunny sniped the Ultra Cavern.
Yeah.
That completely killed the timing of Lambo there. He didn't have kindness plating. You only had the 3 Ultras.
Yeah.
And that was his whole game plan, was leading up to this big Ultra Microbial Shroud timing, which he didn't get to hit. And then the top right base being there so long for Terran, and Lambo not knowing about it for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then finally Bunny's scan on the Broodlords. Like, you want to surprise your opponent with the Broodlords. Like, surprise, I have all these Broodlords, and you don't have Ghosts or Vikings yet. And sometimes the Terran just dies, but he actually got a clutch scan there, and he's able to prepare for it. And like you said, go around the Broodlord army and just take out all the Zerg tech, take out those hatcheries. And
the whole game changes when Broodlord tech's out.
Yeah.
And it does create some opportunities for the Terran.
Yes.
And he did exactly what he needed to do. He had one army go to one side. He had the other army go down into the main. Guys, consider signing up for our Patreon. We've got all sorts of different tiers depending on where you are financially and how much support you want to give us. But, you can vote on the players. You can get all the replays. You could even vote on the maps. I love this one, my personal favorite. Ask us questions. Good job, Ziggy, on this slide.
Tasteless loves those questions.
I know. I love it when you ask us questions. Now people are saying, take my money, please. But yeah, look, this is a community-funded tournament. We have been growing. We're very proud of what we've done here. But we need your support, so consider signing up. If you're not in a position to financially support us, we totally understand. You can also join the Patreon, get your email, we can keep you updated. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to continue on with this best of 5. What's up, guys? Tasteless here. I'm very excited to show you the Protoss units we just finished assembling from the StarCraft Tabletop Miniatures game. And look at how amazing these came out. We've got the Zealot over here. We've also got a figurine with the Zealot shields being shown, as if it's taking damage. We've also got Adepts, and I love that they brought out this mechanic from the game. You also have an Adept shade here. How sick is this? They also brought out the Sentry with the Force Field. All the mechanics that come from StarCraft, you can find in this game. In this one, we also get the Pylon in the game as well. With Zerg, you get Kerrigan. With Terran, you get Raynor. With Protoss, the hero unit is Artanis. Beyond this looking amazing, you gotta remember this is actually a game that you can play with your friends. Each unit comes with a corresponding card. You look at the card, you can see the different attributes for that unit. In this case, Artanis is a commander, so he's able to better control different objectives during the game. Just like in a classic game of StarCraft, every unit has upgrades. So you turn your card around, and as you can see, there are different upgrades you can get. Those are going to give you different abilities that you can use when you're playing the game. When you start the game, you get both minerals and Vespian gas. The minerals allow you to unlock units. The Vespian gas, you get to unlock tactical cards. Take a tactical card, flip it around, you see what kind of abilities you're going to be able to cast when you're playing the game. In order to get started, go to the StarCraft Tabletop Miniatures game website. There you can find the game rules, but also the army builder. From there, you pick a faction, how many minerals and Vespian gas you get. You spend those minerals and Vespian gas to unlock units and tactical cards. And from there, you're ready to go. For more information about the StarCraft Tabletop Miniatures game, go to Archon Studios' website and sign up for their newsletter. Check it out. Every time I see those ads of me, they get these side shots of me, and I see my little gauge deer, and every time I just want to fly like a little X-wing through there as I'm watching that. I go, oh, that's what it looks like. I've never actually seen my side profile there. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue on with the best of 5. Bunny had a pretty epic game there versus Lambo, managed to win that. We're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, indeed. Played really well, defended the roach pressure, didn't overextend or anything like that. Got his eco going, got the ghosts out, and then played a very, very good late game. Yeah, impressive stuff. We're tied up. We've actually not got a 3-0 today, which I'm very happy about.
Well, yesterday was so short. It was actually too short.
Yeah.
This is the thing with StarCraft. It can be really short games, it can be really long games, and every once in a while you have a bunch of short games back-to-back, and it makes for a very short broadcast. But thankfully, we are getting a little bit of a back and forth here. We're going to go into Game 3 now. It's going to be on the map Old Republic. We're going to see who's going to take the lead in this best of 5, and who's going to be closer to moving on into the winner's bracket here, as we're now in the bracketed part of the RSL.
Yeah, you really want to get this Game 3 under your belt. It puts you in such a good position for the rest of the series. You only need one more. You can take a chance on a game, go for a cheese, or you can just try 2 standard games and try your luck that way. But either way, you have the options. If you're the guy down 2-1, though, it becomes a lot tougher. You got to win back-to-back, so obviously. But yeah, both players really want to get this game. It is going to be Old Republic, as you mentioned. Lambo here in the top right and Bunny in the bottom left.
Okay, this is going to be another map where I think, the first 3 bases, not really pushable, but when Zerg has to start to take a 4th, that's a really enticing target. Some 4th bases are much easier to hold than others, but this is a map where I think Bunny could kind of try to set up some kind of a mid-game push.
Yeah, and just looking at Lambo's build here, he's gone hatchery before the Overlord. This usually leads into the 15 pool or the 19 gas. It's the opener that gives you the faster queens against the Reapers, so you don't need to make lings. And then also lends itself nicely into roach openers, as you don't need the quick 100 gas for that speed. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lambo go for roaches again, just based on his opening here. Obviously it doesn't have to be, but that is what this lends itself best to. On the side of Bunny, we see him opening with the Brax first, getting his gas as well, going to be a Reaper expand more than likely. And then, yeah, we'll have to see what Bunny wants to do this game.
Yeah. So, excuse me, we're going to have Terran go for the expand here, as we're going to have the first Reaper moving across the map here to try to scout and see what kind of damage can get done here. And, Bunny played a much better late game, I think, than Lambo. But Lambo, again, his whole thing was kind of hinged on actually breaking the Terran, and it looked like he was so close to doing it until chitinous plating was denied.
That was such an insane moment. It completely changed the game.
Yeah. I mean, when you go from Roach Ravager to then a hard shift into Ultras with some Infestors, I mean, that's when you're going to try to pierce the 3rd base or the 4th base and maybe shatter the Terran's economy enough that the next couple of attacks can probably zone them out of ever having a 3rd base or a 4th base again. And that was denied. You need the chitinous plating there on the Ultras so that they can kind of plow through the Terran's position, and he wasn't able to do that. So we're going to go into Game 3 here and see, is this going to be a game that's going to look like that or not? Now, Game 1 was weird because Bunny just, literally should not have been on the map.
Right, yeah, just wrong timing completely.
Yeah.
Anti-timing, like as Lambo's all in.
Yeah, literal anti-timing where it's like, oh, this is literally the worst time to be on the map. Why are you doing this? Like, when you play a game of StarCraft, you do have to kind of both do the same dance. Like, you have to be... Your strategy has to also, you know, it has to work with what they're going against, right? You can't have two builds where you both attack each other at the same time and someone's going to have a better army. But that seemed to come down to scouting. It seems like Bunny, though, when he's able to kind of have a read on what's going on, I think he played a pretty solid game all around.
Oh, I'm just looking at Lambo's build here. The other thing this build leads into nicely is actually 2-base muter. He's got a quick layer going down at about 310 or so. Adding in 2 more gases here. Oh, actually gets a drone there, does Bunny. You don't normally see that at this point in the game, but he will just sneak that 3rd in while the Reaper was busy in the main.
Somehow this Reaper got away, too. It's still in the game. The Hellions are going to come in here now, too.
Yeah, Lambo's just got speed now, so we'll be able to deal with these. Actually choosing not to dive, and I've been liking what Bunny's done with going for these Viking openers every game. It limits the Zerg's information so much, and they're scouting on the map. You can see all these overlords that are on the pathways across the map. The Viking will send all of these home or just kill them. But this game, if Lambo goes muters, which we do now see the Spire, it could actually be good for Lambo. You'll be able to kill that right away. And the question is, will Bunny be ready for these muters? You can probably already suspect it by the very late 3rd, and I think he saw the other gas when he went into the main.
Once again, is it a glitch in the Matrix? The Overseer's not going to be killed again here?
Oh, he only saw 1 gas. Oh, okay. So maybe he doesn't know yet.
Yeah, we'll see. This is a very, very different type of mid-game. Pretty much opposite of everything that Lambo's done up until now. The Viking is going to get the last shot there on the Overseer.
That's the worst. You tried to save it by morphing it, and then it still dies.
Yeah, you're like, all right, well. And it's not like the Viking had a whole lot else to do in the game anyway.
right. It's his one job.
Yeah. And he's still going to kill Overlords over here.
Lambo actually didn't pull these Overlords back. He kind of needs to do that. We see the other ones returning now just above this position.
He's supply block now.
Yeah, almost. Oh my god, Ling's getting the main somehow. And there's nothing here except 2 Marines.
He said, stop killing my Overlords. He came out on the map. The SCVs are going to continue to chase.
Oh, this is so much mining time being lost.
Yeah, this is so bad right now. The Marines, by the way, they can't quickly chase this. You know, Lings are not bad against Marines. Looks like he does clear that out. But yeah, big interruption in the mining timing there. A scan comes down here, and I think you see the full picture. The Baneling's Nest and the Spire right next to each other, answering all the questions that the Terran would have had about what kind of tech this is.
Yeah, that Viking picked up 2 kills there. Very nice. Lambo does have his muters out now, though, so this is his turn to kind of fight back and get across the map and do some harassment. The Terran can sometimes just try to push, but I'm not sure if Bunny will be doing that in the near future. The counter threat of these Lings, which were just shown to him, will probably make him not want to, but he is ready with turrets. He's got his Viking at home. I don't think he'll take a crazy amount of damage to the muters. I think Lambo will be happy if he stays home so he can just get his eco going, get up into those high drone counts.
Okay. He is going to start to make these mutas. We got to see how much damage this is going to actually do. Excuse me. He should be ready for the mutas to hit, but you always want to see, you know, when the mutas first go in there, how much damage can they do? Because there's usually a pretty steep fall off after that. You know, in a TVZ for what else can get done, right? Because after that, the Terran's kind of fortified against that.
Yeah, you kind of have the choice. You can make some mutas and then transition into ultras again later. They're just going to dive this turret here. Good micro. Sends that one back already, and it doesn't die. Amazing micro on that one mutalisk. Will keep all of them alive, I believe, and gets a turret there. Very nice pickoff by Lambo. That's money that was spent and now has to be respent. No mutas fell. Very nice micro there. And I was just going to say, you can either, you know, transition to ultras, get your hive, or you can just keep making mutas and go for like a max out timing when you hit 200 supply. You kind of dictate where the fight happens as the muta player. Just because you're so mobile, you can hit any base really quickly.
Right. And of course, this is a great fighting force in the map, too. Once you get the Lings and the Banelings in here, and he's just now starting to spike up in the Zergling supply. Here comes the push for Bunny. Now, you want to be careful. You know, one thing about Ling Muta Bane versus infantry with Medivacs is like the fight can go either way. The Terran can absolutely dominate, or the Zerg can hit with the right number of Banelings and just wipe everything out. So it's very hard to call. He is going to morph Hell Bats here, which are great for tanking against the Banes. The drones are going to be evacuated, and it looks like Lambo's going to come up here from underneath.
There's a huge flank coming in, but is there actually enough Zerg here? It doesn't look like it. The Bane is full flat. Maybe Lambo's overdroned a bit right now. He's on 78 to just the 55 workers of Bunny, and he's going to have to evacuate this base. I think if you wanted to do that, you should probably not take the fight, right? And wait a bit longer for your eco to kick in.
Well, he hemorrhaged a little bit. He can try to snipe the reinforcements. The problem is Terran's already getting the job done.
Yeah.
Like, that base could not have died faster, right? Normally, with Ling Mutabane, you're trying to, like, force siege mode and then buy time till you have just enough Banes, and sometimes even, like, let the hatchery get pretty low on HP and then try to come in at the last second.
Yeah.
Terran's going to get back. I think Bunny's playing a pretty perfect game right now. When you poke the base out and then are able to get back home, that's insane.
Yeah, it's a very good push there. Luckily for Lambo, he didn't lose any workers. He was able to get them all to another base, so he only lost the mine in time there. Losing the hatchery is obviously a bit annoying, but I think the fact that he got away with going straight to 78 drones and didn't lose any is already kind of a win in and of itself.
Right.
Because he already has a very good eco, that and now he can just mass make units for the next minute or two. And he's going to max out a bit quicker than Bunny. And the Mutaflock is starting to get very big now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty scary, and I think it's a smart move to go for these reactors here. They take forever to rebuild. Oh my god, I was going to try to drop that. Okay. Meanwhile, drilling claws, concussive shells have just been upgraded. Lambo has reasserted his expansions on the map, taking all 3 on the outer perimeter of his side at the top right. But Terran's about to have 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 is a huge power spike, obviously. Lambo's upgrades are a little bit behind, just about 35% done. Got to be careful with these mines. He does have the Overseer with these mutas, so he can take that out. And yeah, just trying to harass as much as he can, pick off anything that's kind of free. And Thor production has begun for Bunny now, so the direct fights are going to get a bit more difficult.
Okay, the Lings and the Banes are going to regroup over here. Can he hit this soft spot over here at the third?
Oh, he's going to go before this Thor is out. This might be really good for Lambo if he can get on the mineral line. The Banelings connect with all those Marines there. Some will survive, but this mineral line is forced to evacuate. The Ling Bane going to jump on the top of the rest of this bio here. Lambo going to take out a lot of medevacs as well, actually targeting those with the Mutalisks. And as the dust settles, was this a good trade in the end?
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it seemed like how many SCVs were killed? Were SCVs killed, actually?
I don't think many went down there at all, no.
Yeah, no, okay, so he didn't really lose a lot. I mean, you're kind of fine trading your army. You kept both bases alive. You didn't lose workers. I think that went pretty well for Bunny.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And now he's going to have Thors out. He's going to use those to just go for a counter punch here. And Lambo's going to go for the counterattack. He's not going to fight Bunny head on. He's going to send all his Lings and Mutas across the map here. Go into a base race here is what Lambo's trying to do. Those Lings will get into the third so quickly, as well as the natural. Ooh, big Widowmine shot on all those Lings, though. And Bunny's going to come home with some of his army.
Okay, he's hitting so hard here. The Lings are going to slowly be wiped out. It's the Mutas that are really dealing most of the damage here. Oh my god, almost gets hit by that Widowmine. Going to end up taking that out on the way back out. Again, though, I mean, only 6 SCVs killed. You know, Terran's continuing to grow. We're going to have more, a more complete and comprehensive Terran army the longer this game goes on. And I don't know. I mean, Bunny's going to try to push out again. This time he's got Thors here, which are really going to mute the strength of the Mutalisks.
Yeah, I like the way Bunny played that. Send basically everything home, except just enough to take out that hatchery. So Lambo cannot mine from there. He's trying to retake that base, but Lambo will be losing it shortly as Bunny is already at the front again. The Mutalisks come for that counterattack again. There's too many of them to actually, out-heal their DPS anymore, so the turrets will go down very easily, as well as all these Marauders who do not shoot up, trying to bait them onto those Widow Mines there, but Lambo not going to take the bait. And here comes the Thor to help out with this defense.
Okay, what is he doing with these medevacs?
They're kind of in front of the army. The army is coming behind them, but they're not together.
I thought I didn't even notice the army was there.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
I'm like, that can't possibly be like, oh, I hope you chase these, and then the Mutas kill all your medevacs. You're like, oh, damn, I guess I shouldn't bait you with one of my most important things. Oh my god. Lambo overextends, but only slightly, is already remaxing as some of that army is cleared out. It's all going to be down to how these Banelings connect.
Yeah, this Terran army is very scary right now with the Marauders at the front, soaking up whatever they can. The Banes run past, try to get on top of these Marines, but is there enough of them left? Some of the mutas fall, but there's still a bit of a pack here, and I think Bunny is winning this fight convincingly, even as a tank remaining, all his medevacts, and he's just going to keep pushing right now.
Yeah, he's going to come in here and once again take this base out. The Banelings are being remade. The problem is that I don't know that Lambo has managed to really win a fight to offset the strength of Bunny. And Bunny's fine trading. He's fine with a little bit of a back and forth.
Oh, brutal Widowmine shots there. But yeah, like you said, he hasn't won a big fight, and he hasn't damaged the economy of Bunny either.
Right.
You know, with the mutas, you want to be getting those STV kills, running by with Zerglings. You got to be careful. You don't want to get aggroed in here when you're not looking. The mutas aren't with the army here.
Oh my god, it was so bad. He lost so many Banes. I mean, the one thing you would love to have as Terran is for Banes to connect on either Marauders or Thors.
Yeah. Okay, but Lambo's still somehow making this fight work. I'm not sure where the rest of Bunny's army is. It's at the front of his 4th base there. Okay, he scans this hatchery, sees it's there. A Widowmine will deny this one from going down anytime soon. Unless Lambo sends units over there.
So annoying.
Yeah, so annoying, dude.
Yeah, so we're going to watch this just kill off this drone. This is one of these games you could be like, no, I swear I sent something there to me. What's going on? Where's that drone?
Game!
Yeah. Okay, he's going to hit this base as well, and I think it's actually... Oh, God. Let's see if he can win this fight. He's going to actually just jut in with a couple of Marines and Marauders. Just make sure he clears that out. Right now, Lambo's on 3 bases, guys. There's one 4th base at the very, very top left that started. But as far as, like, what he's got that's functional and mining and going to contribute to his economy and his future trajectory in this game, it's those 3 bases. Where Terran is on 4, soon to be 5. And I'm worried that opportunities are really drying up here for Lambo.
Yeah, +3 infantry weapons just finished for Bunny. Huge power spike. He'll have the armor as well soon. Meanwhile, Lambo's hive is not finished yet, so he can't even start +3/3. So Bunny's going to have a huge upgrade advantage. And yeah, Lambo losing all those hatcheries, he just doesn't have the economy you need at this point. I feel like this game's going to get tougher and tougher for him. Unless he can find an angle where he kills a bunch of workers, where the Terran army isn't or something. He's going to go for these turrets once again.
Oh my god, okay. He is going to be able to continue to fight here. He's going to actually dive on the Thor.
Okay, he does take it out, but what are the losses going to be?
Yeah, how many Marines are actually here?
Oh, this is so many mutas going down,
so
Tasteless.
Bad, dude. Yeah, I was going to say, there's like, so many 1 HP mutas that's going to be a GG. But really, that game was lost, much, much earlier.
Yeah, I think that was a Hail Mary, like, let me try and magic box this Thor. If it dies, maybe I get on the production or something, but...
Yeah.
Just a bit of a risk.
Yeah. So Lambo went for a pretty, like, a very different, I should say, unit comp, kind of going for the classic ZVT Ling, Bane, Muta style. But Bunny parried the attacks pretty well. I thought for a little bit when that first big attack came in at the 3rd base, where the 4th base was above that.
Yeah.
I thought, for whatever reason, I guess I kind of decided like a bunch of SCVs had been killed.
Me too, actually.
And then when we looked at the production tab, I went, oh, actually...
He's fine.
You're totally fine trading infantry out for that.
Yeah.
The way I understand Ling Bane is that when you have enough fights over time where the Banes don't kill SCVs or have very lopsided exchanges where the Banes kill like all the Marines, you're probably going to lose over time.
Yeah, you do need some economic damage at some point, but
yeah.
Bunny kept pulling his SCVs so quickly and getting them out of the fight, preserving that high worker count. I was really impressed with Bunny's play, and I think he really knew when he should push.
Yeah.
And then also when he should come home if the counterattack's there. I think he did that kind of dance really well.
I think when he got out after he got the first hatch, I went, okay, he's probably winning this. Because some Terrans, I mean, this is not even true just for Terran, but sometimes you see someone win a fight and they just like keep going and they keep going like maybe I can get a 3rd and a 4th base, and eventually like they lose everything and the game balances out. But it's actually, who said this to me it was XDS Gur from like, that's like the OG OSL champ. He pointed out like a lot of times all you need to do is like go out and kill a base. This is StarCraft 1, but it's true in StarCraft 2. He said, just kill the base and then just go back.
Yeah.
You don't. If you've killed their base, a lot of times all you have to do is like
chill
out and not try to snowball the game.
That's what you always say about the win more move, right? Like you don't need to win more.
yeah. It's like, well, now I'm going to kill him with this push, and I'm going to expand 3 times, and I'm going to go. You're like, just relax. only have to get the game to a certain point where you're winning enough and then secure that and ride it out.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what Bunny did back there. So Bunny's up 2-1. We are in the winner's bracket right now. So remember, like, let's say that Lambo loses this game. He's not out. He will go to the loser's bracket. But hopefully we get a game 5 here. Much longer. I think much more interesting. Well, not much more interesting, but I think much richer, longer games here than the matches we had yesterday at RSL.
Yeah, definitely a lot more back and forth. Like
Right.
those kind of games kind of ended with one punch. But we're seeing multiple fights, lots of aggression, harassment, that kind of stuff in these games. Some good old ZVT. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Probably, it's like the iconic matchup, I feel like. Has been for so long. It's just always been good to watch.
Yeah. No, it's been great seeing these two duke it out. It's been nice to cast Lambo, by the way.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of mostly. I mean, obviously, I do overseas events too, right? But I've mostly been casting the Korean players who I'm so deeply familiar with. But getting to see like a Lambo versus Bunny match is very exciting, and you can see Lambo really kind of go toe to toe with Bunny. Bunny's, I think, sharpness has really been highlighted here in the mid game. The chitinous plating snipe in game 2, the ability to basically deflect the big attacks here from Lambo in game 3 were also shown. I'm wondering if Lambo is going to go back to that Roach Ravager style again. It seemed to serve him a little bit better. I think he did fine with the Ling Muta, but clearly I think Bunny overall kind of just got the upper hand.
Yeah, like that last game, there's a few things you could look at as Lambo and say, if I did that a bit better, I could win the game. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I thought the Roach stuff was looking good. If that Ultra Cavern doesn't go down, I actually think he would have a really good chance to win game 2. So I wouldn't mind him trying to go for Roaches again. We do see there's a third hatchery down, so it's not going to be like a quick 2-base layer into mutas again, anything like that. But let's see what Lambo is cooking up here. We have Ling Speed on the way. On the side of Bunny, we have a Starport coming down, all looking pretty normal right now. These Lings actually get up as the building swap is happening. You can't lift that barracks until the Lings leave, or they will run in. He's actually going to do it now. Okay, a little bit not risky because the Lings are far away. But the SCV will go down at least.
Yeah, definitely worth it to get one SCV for one Zergling. Pay for yourself and more.
Yeah.
So we've got Starport here with the Tech Lab also being made. And yeah, I mean, we've already kind of cast this early game before, although we don't know what kind of mid game it's going to be. He went right into a Liberator, so no Viking this time. So a super fast Liberator with Stim as well immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, I was liking the Viking openers. He got a couple Overlords every game, I feel like. The Viking was paying for itself for sure. But you're going in for the fast Liberator, going to try and get some harassment done, kill some drones, waste some mining time, all that good stuff. And like you say, he's going into a quick stim behind this. Third CC is started up now. So not going to be a crazy 2-base aggression or anything like that coming out of Bunny. This looks like it may have the makings of a slightly longer game. We don't have a Roach Warren for Lambo yet as well, right? So we'll have to see what he wants to go into once he gets his layer.
Yeah, I think we just kind of wait and see, how this game exactly is going to pan out. The Overlord is going to scout everything. So
except the third.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it not? Where's this third CC?
The third's in the wall at the front, I believe.
Oh.
It's kind of like the Maru thing. Maru started doing this.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, Terrans have done this for a while, but I think Maru does this every game now. Just throw that CC down at the front. I really like it because often the Overlord goes in the main like that.
It's smart. I guess, the other thing is, if you're good enough, you would be able to look and say, there should be more barracks here earlier. But then again, I guess you could also hide barracks in the natural, too. So I guess that ambiguity, because I think it was Beyond I saw do this, where he, threw barracks down in the natural. So it's like you might still think it's, third CC. Because there is a way to look and be like, well, there's not enough infrastructure here, so there has to be money spent on the command center. Anyways, yeah, it's smart. I like that. He puts the command center in the entrance, and then your Overlord Scout doesn't confirm everything, although you may suspect it.
Yeah, you probably want a Ling run around to the front at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you really need to know, oh, was that Lambo's vision there? He actually did see the third CC?
No, I thought, what?
Oh, was that Bunny's vision or Lambo's? I was kind of looking at you. Oh, this is okay, so Lambo did see it.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, you're right. Yeah, Vision Lambo here.
So he does
did
know
see
about
it at
that.
some point in time. He must have ran a Ling in there because he did not see it before.
Yeah. So good scouting from Lambo, getting that confirmation. Going to be going into the roaches again, as well as that +1 armor. Quick infestation pit, so this isn't like the all-in kind of roach build. It's going to be slightly slower. Add in the second Evo chamber. Going to be getting the second upgrade on the way. And once again, he went for a Viking after the Liberator, and the Viking's been doing work in this series, man.
Yeah, and once again, it's a glitch in the Matrix. It's going to be the Overseer morph, but this time he's going to get away.
Yeah.
It's a sign of what's to come. Is Lambo going to win Game 4? So we have the third base already set up. This isn't super safe, but I don't know that the Zerg is going to attack. Well, actually, I think the Zerg might attack here. He's getting armor. He's getting roaches. We'll know if we see Ravager's morphed, if this is going to be him trying to attack out and lash out at the Terran.
Yeah, he may attack in the near future. He's gone to 80 drones, though, so he's actually been very greedy up until now. But, yeah, now he's kind of got the drone count he wants. He might start pumping out a bunch of roaches. I like adding the infestors in, make it a bit safer to get your hive on the way if there is a big marine tank push coming out. If you can get a big fungal on that as it moves out, suddenly you buy all of the bio in the tanks and you just take a huge W. But here comes Bunny down the left side of the map, Tasteless.
Okay, he's going to be moving out. There's a lot of roaches.
Is Lambo ready for this? Okay.
I don't know. I think he might have pushed through the blind spot. Okay, so he's going to just be hit right over here. The SCVs are going to counterattack. There are... there is a siege tank up here, so he is going to be able to clean that up. There's really no way for those links to do that kind of permanent damage. So he does kill 3 SC, or some of the splash damage kills 3 SCVs.
Yeah, a bit of friendly fire from that tank. A couple SCVs for those lings. Not the worst trade on either side. But Bunny has not committed to the push, so I think this is looking pretty good for Lambo in that aspect. Going to get his next upgrade on the way. Hive is now finished. Would love to take out these Hellions. They can be turned into Hellbats later on once the armory's done and kind of help bolster the Terran army later. 4 more Infestors on the way before the Baneling nest here. So Lambo kind of skipping the Bane speed and some layer tech going straight. What did I call that?
The Bane ski or something. What?
You gotta get that Bane ski,
Bane
man.
ski.
Bane ski.
He's going for the Bane ski tech over here. 2 medevacs are going to go into the main. I think that Lambo's ready. He's going to wrap around here with his, I think, everything that he's got. No, I'm sorry. This is going to be able to come drop in here.
But yeah, these units will land. Actually, a Hellion in here as well, but Lambo's back in time. That medevac will fall, so some of the units will not get out. Just the 1 medevac, but this has bought Bunny time to move over this side.
Yeah, he's going to try to hit 3 o'clock. Now, that Ultra Cavern is here, so this is very reminiscent of Game 2, right? Although it did not have the Roach Ravager bust beforehand. But he's going to come up here. You can let the hatchery take a little bit of damage, but if he's going to save it, he needs to attack it now, and he's not.
Yeah, I think he just can't, right? Like, he's trying to hit this Ultra Power Spike. I don't think he even has Bane Speed at this moment, so...
Yeah,
or Banelings.
There's 5 Ultras making, but like I think Terran, with good enough spreading, could maybe even take this other base out.
Yeah, no Bane Speed available, no Ultras, so Bunny hitting a critical timing just before that Hive Tech gets online and these power units come out. Very nice timing by him. Will net himself a hatchery. Will he go for 1 more here? He's kind of entrenched in that base with some good siege tank positioning. If he's gonna be aggressive, I'd like to see these Marines get a bit more active here. He's also attacking down this side as well. Going to snipe that Spore Crawler right away. Ultras will come over, so he'll be forced to lift up. And this right side army's not done anything. It's just sitting there for the moment. Okay, now it's starting to be active.
Okay, he's going to come in again.
Dude, these drops look so annoying to deal with without anything
well,
that shoots up.
This is the price you pay when you're, you got Ultra and Roach, is that, you can kind of just be annoyed endlessly by the drops and everything else that's over there.
It's like mosquitoes just buzzing around. But...
Yeah. Blinding Cloud here makes the tanks completely useless. Lambo picks this off. There is a small attack here in the far left, and I don't know what's going to be here to defend it.
We have 1 tank on the high ground here, but Lambo is going to go up. He has units to the left side of this army. They're going to have to run over, but more than 10 drones going down instantly. We'll save the hatchery, and I think overall Lambo can be happy with this. He managed to get his Ultra Tech out. Yes, he lost 10 drones, but that's not the end of the world when you've got 3k in the bank. You can easily remake those. Can the Ultras fit behind that? Yeah, they can. This is such an awkward spot to attack into, though. The Ultras can't really get back here to help.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. One does manage to get over there. 12 drones have been picked off, and Bunny is going to move into 12 o'clock. Now, you know, this is around the time when Zerg needs to take advantage of these Ultras and try to get something done.
Yeah, he would love to get a good fight. He's adding that Spire again. So looking like a similar build to Game 2, but without the waves of aggression we saw. He's going to attack this base over here, the Planetary, and I think Bunny might not be able to hold this. He's trying to repair the Planetary, but is going to go down instantly. Good fungals on the bio, locking basically all of that down. That allows the Ultras to connect and not be kited. And this Bioforce is just starting to fall here. Roaches, Lings, Infestors in the back. Reinforcements coming over for Lambo, taking out so much army right now.
How much further can Lambo try to push in? He's going to get over here to the third base. The Blinding Clouds are going to go down. And, I mean, I see some Liberators here, but you've got Ravagers. You can take that out as well.
Yeah, he does get one. Gets a build in there as well. Lings getting into the natural. Fungals go down on this bio and all the medevacs, but they're actually sitting in the liberation zones right now. Finally, that Liberator goes down, and all these SCVs, Tasteless.
Yeah, 21 SCVs are picked off. I think Bunny, this could be fatal damage here. You know, Lambo, you know, he can dump so many minerals into Zerglings right now and probably wind up for another attack.
Yeah, I feel like this is what Game 2 was supposed to look like. The big Ultra timing, you know, but with Microbial Shout that game as well. But this time, Bunny not able to snipe the cavern, so it actually does hit, and it hits hard, man.
Yeah, so now Terran's going to try to crawl back out on the map, try to get this command center up, and try to, you know, basically play from behind. The thing is that Zerg is going to max out in supply and probably hit twice as hard.
Yeah, I mean, he can do that again, right?
Right, yeah. There's not a whole lot. Yeah, see, he's going to make all these banelings. This is not like doesn't have to be a complicated way to finish the game out, right? Like, you're basically seeing Terran almost bleeding out. Now you go in and you try to get that killing blow off.
Yeah, when they have 4 bases of mining, it's, you know, they can make a lot of army, but you kill a base, they have to lift their main, suddenly the amount they can make is much less. And the army discrepancy size here shows that 130 to 185 supply right now. About a 40 army supply advantage for Lambo. He's got his +3 melee on the way. He's got Bane speed coming in finally. Maybe a little bit of a mistake to not have that at this point, as he's just had a huge bank, but here comes the Ultralisk. So many of these at the front. Is he going to pull the trigger here? I think he should. The only thing that might make you not want to is Bane speed, but he's going to go for it. Ultralisk getting in the mineral line there. Huge fungals on the Marines and the Marauders. They're trying to kite back, but they cannot get away. And Lambo crushing it right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a GG. Lambo brings us into Game 5. That was a game where everything Lambo had planned worked out.
Yeah.
From start to finish, he managed to do everything he needed to do. And he made that style work that really had not, you know, gotten him too far before.
Yeah, beautifully played. I like that he didn't give up on the idea. Like, no, this is a good plan. Like, as long as I don't lose the tech and I get everything online and I get what I need, I can make this work. Goes for it again to huge success. Like, that attack, he kind of smashed Bunny in that fight.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. When you go for, like, Roach and then into Ultra, or, you know, with Ravagers in between, like, you can't really stop them from flying everywhere with medevacs.
It's so annoying, man.
The Spore was well placed when, the medevacs went into the main, but as long as you don't get your Ultralisk Cavern dropped,
right?
If you don't get punished, you know, for that, you should be okay. So he made it work. Let's see if he's going to do it again here in Game 5.
Yeah, you can afford to lose the Bane Ski, maybe.
The Bane Ski, man.
But not the Ultralisk Cavern.
Yeah, it's...
you lose a Bane Ski. It's whatever. Bane Ski here, Bane Ski there.
It was one of these games where, like... I feel like there was a lot of times previously, like, Lambo was trying to do something, but there was, like, one catastrophic mistake in there that didn't work. Because he had one game that he won with that. The other game that he won was with, like, Roach Ravager. Basically, I don't know. The game that he won initially in Game 1, like, I don't know what Bunny was doing.
Wait, he moved out, like, it's the anti-timing, right?
Yeah, it was like, okay, well, this is, like, literally the one thing you can't do right now against this.
Right.
Anyways, we're ready to go into Game 5. Let's see who's going to move on. By the way, delightfully close match here.
Oh, what a pleasure this is to go to Game 5. Lambo and Bunny fighting it out to the last map, which is going to be at Eternity's Edge. By the way, if you're just joining the broadcast, this isn't the second set of the day. We did switch the order. So after this, we'll be following this up with Rogue versus Clem.
Yeah, there were some technical issues with Rogue Clem. I'm sure that's been resolved by now. So we just had the other players hop on. So yeah, you still have a whole best of 5 after this. So we're not even halfway through the day here. So, you know, we're going to go into Game 5. And I think this is a really tough one to call. These guys are clearly very evenly matched. They both have had a couple of fails here. But by the way, this is CC first.
Yeah, wow. This is what he did in Game 1, right? Which he lost.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe he's going to do the losing strategy.
This is
again.
the losing strat.
Now, let's see what he's able to get away with here in this. I don't know why I didn't expect him to go for CC first in Game 5. But let's see if you know, Lambo does do the Roach Ravager stuff again.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. By the way, how wild would it be if Lambo got to the round of 4 in his first RSL?
That'd be sick.
That'd be a really good result for him. Like, that would be very, very cool. He's very capable of doing it, obviously. Just got to win one more game here, but Bunny also wants to just win one more game, gets there around a 4, get deep in the bracket. If you fall to losers, you have to play a lot of series to get back to top 4.
Yeah, that's one thing about the way that we formatted this tournament, is that it is you know, one where, like, if you can go unpunished, you're gonna have a much smoother ride, right? The lower bracket is pretty tumultuous to try to get through here. So Lambo's Overlord is coming across the map right now, and you know, you're gonna see the CC is done immediately.
By the way, that statue looked so sick.
Yeah.
I want to see that again.
Yeah, let's go back over there and take a look at that.
Forget this game up. Can we just look at that statue for like a few minutes? Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
That looks so badass, man. Very, very cool. Look at this banner blown in the wind. Oh, my God.
I didn't even notice the banner. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Very, very cool statue.
There's a lot of great stuff you can find on some of these maps here. Like, it's... no, it's crazy. The StarCraft map editor, too, by the way, is like... It's insane what you can do with it.
Yeah, they've like been importing Warcraft terrain and units and stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like they have a BlackRock map. It's like it's kind of like
it's
the
actually
Warcraft
interesting. I mean,
map.
even the old Blizzard games, if you go to like Warcraft 2, like the map editor, like it was. I remember just my mind being blown. I'm like, I can make my own map in the game. This is nuts.
And then I tried it, and it's the biggest piece of garbage
Yeah,
I've ever seen. I was like, it's great that you can do that.
Right.
But I can't.
So we got the Roach Warren coming down here now. Doesn't mean we're gonna have a Roach Ravager bust, but let's see. Remember that if you go for Command Center first, you get a big boost in economy because you're able to take advantage of those extra mineral patches right away, and that kind of leads into everything else.
Oh.
And I don't know, maybe you know, Sturgeon, but I don't know if there's like is there any like kind of trick if you see them go CC first that Zerk can do to really punish?
Well, sometimes an early pull can kind of get the SCV.
Yeah.
If you have a
I guess I meant
pull,
after you scout it.
Oh, like, after you scout
yeah.
it? No, not really, because like once the Hellions come out, you know, Ling stuff is kind of similar to if you're just doing Hatch first. Unless you're going to do like a crazy all-in, right? Like if you're going to go gas pool like 13-12 or something and try to
and that's like a blind counter.
But if they don't, you just lose. So anyway, just looking at Bunny's build here, he's actually going Marauder Hellion here. Are we going to see... Okay, he's adding Marines now and Stim. So 2 more racks as well. 6
roaches hatching here. But again, sometimes, you know, you get a couple roaches just to defend. It doesn't mean you're committed to this.
Yeah, we'll have to see how many he wants to make or how the drones go. He is getting his layer right now, a few more Overlords. And yeah, I'm kind of curious what that early Marauder was from Bunny there. Got a very early Marauder. I mean, why not, I guess. I thought it might be one of those like Marauder Hellbat timings, but it isn't going to be that, so he's going to get his +1. He's going for tanks behind this, add in 4 more racks. He's going to have a lot of production here.
Ooh, nice save on the Overlord.
Oh, there's no third CC, right? So this is going to be a...
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-base timing.
2-base timing to finish out. How many racks are we going up to total now? There was 4 being added there. There's 2 in production at the moment.
So he's got 5.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be a big
This is
push.
actually not that common anymore.
Yeah.
At least in the games that I see. But I think it can be very strong. Because this was like there was like that GSL where like Maro was like CC first every time.
Yeah.
And he was like doing like half, like get a third command center quickly and half do a push. And then he kind of just like phased out 2-base push. But I think this can be very strong because somebody might see Command Center first and just assume it's going to be the inevitable 3-base 8 racks style, where if you come hit with 5 racks kind of sharply while Zerg's still developing, it could be really strong. Now, we have Ravager's morphine, which tells me that he is going to try to come out here and fight. So I don't actually know what this interaction is supposed to look like, if Zerg can just obviously take the fight, right? Because they already have Roach Ravager, or what?
Yeah, so both sides looking to be aggressive here. Tons of roaches coming out versus a big 2-base bio tank push. I feel like if Lambo catches him on the map with the siege tanks not siege, this could be disastrous for Bunny. Like, it might be like an Oilers thing, or you might get forced to siege in a weird place. He does see these roaches. Now they know what the other guy is doing, and there's actually a lot of bio here. I think Lambo has to be very careful. The tank siege up, and that's going to slow the push down, but he's actually bled quite a few roaches there. Okay, the Overseer's coming in, looking for a 30C and buildings. Concussive shells on the way as well, and I think Bunny's got a window where he might be able to siege these tanks very close, but you've got to be so careful you don't lose them to bios. Lambo pulls the trigger. He's going to go in for this. The bios hit one of the tanks, but not the other one. Just slightly off there, but he has so many roaches right now, Tasteless.
Oh my god, Lambo completely flattens this. Bunny, I mean, again, it looked kind of like that anti-timing from game number 1. And I don't think Zerg's going to stop. I think you go all the way back across the map. At most, you can end the game. At least you can wipe out the depots in the front.
Definitely. Those depots are basically forfeit. You do have to be careful about a counter drop if Bunny sends something out. He has a little flank setup down to the bottom left here. Not sure what he's planning to do with that. But like you say, the depots will start to fall, and Lambo has to be careful not to get surrounded here. He's going back into drones, so this army isn't being reinforced right now. A couple depots burning down. The SUVs come out to repair, but you can't do anything about these Ravagers biling these down, so they're all going to fall. And Lambo's just getting his eco up behind this.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lambo won the fight and goes, okay, let's back up. Let's not overextend. Let's not go too hard. Bunny, I think, has stayed patient. But, this is not great for Bunny. I don't think there was a third command center ever made, by the way.
Yeah, he's been stuck on 2 bases, and I think he has one more push left in him.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't work, I think he's just dead, because
I agree.
Lambo's up to 75 drones now, and he has Infesta Tech. I mean, and he's adding in Banes.
And Lambo had the right idea to just stop. It's like, okay, you're going to play safe. There's no third command center. I'm forcing to lift off. I go, all right, you're actually in real trouble here. And again, this is going to be less tanks than the last push.
Yeah, I really like the Lambo's decision making here. Okay, he's going to force the tanks to siege, and if they do, he'll bio them. They actually are not sieging. It's kind of insane. He's just running at this Roach army. Where are these infestors, though? I think they're coming out just now. Bunny's going to have to be careful he doesn't get his whole army fungled here.
Okay, he's got the right idea. Just force him to siege and then run.
Ooh.
Yeah, the fungal hits. Anything that you can do damage to. There's SCVs with this. He's pulled the boys.
Oh my god, this is so tense right now. Lambo's maxed out though.
See, but Bunny's not in range where this is a real threat. You just stay back.
Yeah, and if you move the tanks up, they get biled as well, right?
Right. Oh, god, I don't think this is gonna work. I mean, basically this. The
boys, no! The boys get fungled. All of them are gonna fall, and the bio gets fungled. The tanks are doing a lot of damage though in the back, but does Bunny have the numbers right now, Tasteless?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to come in here. He is going to get this hatchery. The thing is that, Lambo knows all he has to do is flatten this attack. And by the way, there's going to be 2 hatches going down here. So let's see. It's, by the way, double supply here. Lambo to Bunny's. Lambo's max. Bunny's at 105.
Okay, this is getting weird now. These roaches are going to counterattack. The drones evacuate. But Lambo needs to take another base if he's not going to defend those 2, right? Because
yeah, I like the counterattack here with the roaches. You basically just kill anything that's going to reinforce, because all you want to do is kill off this army.
Yeah. Okay, he is taking that base below his natural now, so he can get his workers back to mining. 13 drones going down. I don't think, but I mean, Bunny can't go home. He can't just go home and macro, but there's already roaches across the map, so he has to, right?
I think he is going to go home. That's what's crazy about this.
He doesn't have a choice,
but Lambo needs to then come in here and sandwich this.
Yeah, or run away.
I'm really confused by this position right now.
Oh, he's going to try and trap this Zerg army, but they're getting away to the left, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going back and forth right now.
The thing is, I just feel like if Bunny's moving around the map, can't Lambo just crush this? Maybe not.
Maybe, but I mean, Bunny has 23 workers. If Lambo just keeps making stuff, he's going to win the game.
Yeah.
He's going to max out, right?
Okay, he's going to counterattack, but I don't know about this. I mean, I would have thought you'd want to flatten the army. So he's going to deny the base again.
Oh,
okay, he's going to run
he gets
in the main.
That's good, though. He can stop all the production now.
Yeah, now he needs to... So he's going to do huge amounts of damage over here. The thing is, he needs to now set up to hit this army.
He's got Hive done. Will he make a Viper or something? You can't make any tech here. It's just too dangerous. He's actually going to engage here. But Lambo going for it down the ramp. I'm not sure if that's wise. Maybe you want to let the Terran come up the ramp into the open first.
Bunny has one SCV in the game. It's crazy.
He's scratching his head. I think Bunny's done.
GG. Wow, Lambo,
go.
a.k.a. Eggmorph, is moving on. He Eggmorphs his way to the round of 4. Crazy.
What a game.
That was insane. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Bunny went for that 2-base. I don't know if you want to call it all-in for the first attack. It's kind of an all-in. It's definitely an all-in when you pull the boys with it.
Yeah, once the boys are pulled, there's no going back. But
I am rolling over my cord here. Sorry.
If you don't kill like a hatchery or 2 hatcheries with that push, then you're just so far behind. So it's very, very committed at least. We can call it an all-in probably, but Lambo was doing the same thing, right? Like 50-ish workers going for that Roach Ravager attack.
I'm surprised Bunny did that build for the final game because most of the games was Lambo going Roaches.
Right. Going for that Roach Ravager.
I feel like that's much better if you suspect your opponent's going to go for Muta Ling Bane. I don't know. So...
No, I agree with that completely.
So Bunny's not out of the RSL. He's going to be in the loser's bracket, which will be on a later broadcast here. But this means Lambo is now moving on.
Into the round of 4.
Yes,
it is the year of Lambo, Tasteless.
That's right.
That's what the people are saying. The year of Lambo. He is here. He's dominating.
It's Chinese year of the Lambo.
We had the monkey. We had the dragon.
We had the rat before. Now it's the Lambo.
Yeah. What's your Chinese year?
I'm a rat.
Just clip that. Just get rid of my question. Cut the question out.
Guys, we got to share this new thing. You're going to help us, okay? So this is. I think this came out this week on YouTube, but it's like you can hype this video. I think you can't do this if we're live. You can only do this if you're in the VOD. So if you're in the VOD and you're like, oh, that's me. There should be. It might only be on phone. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And I would assume it'll eventually be on PC. So depending on when you see this, see if this is available. It's kind of like you get like hype points, if I understand this correctly. You know what it's like? It's kind of like, you ever, when wintertime comes and you put on your winter jacket and you reach in your pocket and there's $20 in here and you go, oh, I could give that to the RSL Patreon. It's kind of like you find out that you have hype video points and you could actually help grow our channel. It's literally exactly what we need to grow the YouTube. So please consider hyping this.
And they're free.
They're free.
You just accumulate them. I don't know how you accumulate them, but you do.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Just like, the way your hair grows, your nails grow.
Yeah.
Your high points just kind of grow as well. I don't know.
It comes from your body. We don't know where it's made somewhere in your body. But yeah, please do that because honestly, our live numbers are great, but we are still trying to grow our tiny channel. We're going to take a short break, guys. When we come back, we're going to continue on with the second half of today's RSL. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RSL. We're going to continue on with our second best of 5 of the evening. Lambo crushed. He came through and went 3-2 against Bunny.
Yeah, what a great result for him. Moving on to the round of 4. Playing a few different builds as well. Just showing some variety, some roach builds, but, like an all-in roach build, a pressure roach build. A late game, well, not a late game roach build, but I know he did. He went for the ultras, didn't he, after the pressure?
Yeah.
And then the Muta build as well. Really cool games coming out of Lambo. Super sick that he moves on.
And of course, Bunny is not eliminated here.
Right.
So, we will see him in the losers match. Coming up next, we're going to have Rogue versus Clem.
Oh, what a treat this is, Tasteless.
Well, I don't know if we were talking about it on air. I know we mentioned it when we were in the studio earlier, but Rogue's been more fun to watch than I think ever before.
He is, for me, the most entertaining player right now.
Same for me.
Not necessarily the best, but definitely the most entertaining because you cannot predict what this guy's going to do. He's wild.
He's got the super drawn-out macro play, but he's also got a lot of really cool kind of poppy, in-your-face timing attacks and all-ins and everything.
Yeah.
I think Clem is going to be slightly favored here. Clem looks really strong right now. But let's see. I mean, Rogue, it's hard to not root for the guy. By the way, a lot more Zergs getting deep in this RSL.
Yeah,
which
indeed.
is a welcome change here from our previous seasons.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Protoss champions up until now, but this is the first season where I feel like Zerg has a real good shot to take it, which would be a nice change. But not if Clem has anything to say about it. I feel like Clem and Hero are the kind of guys I'm looking at in this bracket as the real potential champions here, like the guys with the best shot, But there's a lot of Zergs. They've got the numbers, true to their kind of lore.
Can this game go a little bit slower, please? It's actually, I can't keep up. Well, this isn't good.
Yeah, that was
Guys, we hope you are enjoying the game. Sorry, got tech issue.
Okay.
What tech issue? What could possibly be going wrong in this game? All right, I guess you can put us back on camera here.
Oh, I guess that's...
So this is actually why we started with the other best of 5. So the fact that this is still happening, it's not good. I don't know.
It's not great.
It's not good. I'm like, no, this is what I wanted. I said, I hope we have a tech problem here today. I don't know what. I guess we're gonna have to buy some time here.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably talk about how good Clem is for like an hour, because he is just.
Well, he's just looking beastly now.
He's amazing.
No
the
Protoss this time
well, dude.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But
it is crazy when you see somebody who can off race that well.
It is scary.
Or if you play somebody that you play with all the time and then they off race and you're like, oh, this is like a little bit disrespectful, and then like they beat you and you're like, I'm so mad.
I'm fuming,
I am
dude.
pissed.
And then they give you advice.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, by the way, you should do that. Oh, dude, this is your off race.
No,
Just
if someone beats you in
give
their
me a
off race,
minute.
I have to like actually twist it. I have to be like, you're such a loser. You play this game so much. Like I play this game all day, but like you. Woo! Your parents must be worried about you.
Anyone worse than me is a noob. Anyone better is a try-hard loser.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
It's just a game, man. Get a life, dude.
That's the... yeah.
So, I don't... Do we know who's actually lagging? Oh, it's Mapu.
Oh, Mapu.
Oh, that's interesting. That was... I didn't know that. I didn't see that one in the cards.
Yeah.
Now, why would...
What a twist.
Mapu lag in this game,
but not the last series.
The other game.
I don't know. We'll have to see if we can get that figured out shortly, and hopefully get on with this one. Looks like we will be trying this again here in just a moment. Here we go. We are back in the game. Looks like
oh, but wait, no. Now I can't hear game sound. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Just saw Ziggy's eyes get all big. Oh, no, what's
Ziggy
wrong?
just freaked out.
You guys hear that ringing? You hear that ringing? I don't. Okay, no, I'm kidding, Ziggy.
Why is there a fire in the corner?
Yeah.
Of the studio.
Unfortunately, that's my hair. It's on fire right now. So it works now. I wonder, how did we fix that? That's crazy. It was his OBS. Okay.
All right. Well,
so he was downloading pirated movies. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that would do it. That makes sense. All right. Well, we're back in this game. Thank God.
Yeah.
I was in the back of my mind. I'm like, what do we do if do we move this to another day if we can't get this figured out or what? But yeah, I guess we got through that. Okay, nice. So we're on into this best of 5, guys. Clem, by the way, not going Protoss today.
Right.
This is expand into. This is Command Center first, right? Was it? Does anybody remember how this game started? Hold on a second. Is this StarCraft 1 or StarCraft 2? I don't know. I'm a little bit thrown off from that tech delay here. Well, whatever it is, he's got a command center, and now he's got 3 racks.
Yeah, just looking at the timing of the first Marine here, yeah, it does look to be the case. He's going to add the add-ons as well. It's racks 2 and 3 finishing up here.
Did we see Beyond do this before, too?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah. CC first into 3 racks. Get a lot of units out quickly. I kind of like it. Nothing crazy from Rogue in game 1. I have to adjust my expectations when it's Rogue because it could be like a quick layer into Queen Ling all in like he did to Maru.
Right,
or some insane build, but he's playing a normal early game at the moment.
So he's going to go for more Marines. He's getting stim here. So this is going to be one of these unusual timings, probably where you hit without the medevacs, which can be a bit of a double-edged sword. You're going to hit at a different time in the game, so you can do a lot of damage. You also can't get back home.
Oh, wait. Is that his first gas? Did he go 3 hatch before gas? Am I insane?
I don't know.
He's just taking gas now.
Our tech delay totally threw me off.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the builds. I was just worrying about the tech. But his hatchery is already almost done here at the 3rd base. Okay. So some interesting builds. I mean, this is Celestial Enclave. It's the kind of most macro-orientated map. It has that pocket base. You often get away with some of these really, greedy builds.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing in this game. The Overlord getting some vision here. We'll see these Marines if they go into vision, but...
Well, they're pretty out of vision. I think he knows
right
the Overlord's
now
up there.
Clem's so smart. If that's me, I'm just running them around like an idiot under the Overlord. I'm here.
I've got everything rallied right by that depot. It's like...
oh, man.
So, he's going to have stim. He's going to have combat shields. Now, he can move through the blind spot, right? He can move through the right and down.
With the Overlord?
No, I mean the Marines. He can move around the Overlord's blind spot.
Oh, dude, yeah, there's just the smallest blind spot there, yeah. Yeah, I like that he has a Marine the worker-only path as well, so a drone can't get in there.
Yeah.
Does Clem.
So stim's going to be done. Now, I assume you go out with stim.
And blocking the Overlord's coming in, I guess, more importantly, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So, Zerg's going to take the interior base. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So now, how much time does Rogue have to react? Rogue had already had 8 lings. Now he's going to go all the way up to 16. And remember, this is a medevac-less timing.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be one where, like, if you can do a lot of damage, but if they have enough lings, they will surround you. You just everything dies.
Yeah, there's a very healthy queen count here at the front. The transfuses will be needed, but there's no speed here due to the greedy early build. He got his gas very late. There's no speed at all, so the Lings just can't engage. Basically, Queens versus Marines right now, and the Marines are winning. The drones have to be pulled. Is Clem just going to win this game with the first push here, Tasteless?
I mean, it's a lot of kills. He's already gotten a dozen drones. The Marines are still doing a lot of damage. You can see the combat shield is really helping. They're just so tanky. Ultimately, they are cleaned up. I don't know what the number is that you want to kill for workers. 12 is pretty good.
Yeah, 12 is a lot. That basically equalizes the worker counts.
Yeah.
Obviously, Rogue can remake them quicker than Clem with 4 hatcheries worth of lava. But, I mean, Clem's taken his 3rd CC behind this. He's added an upgrade in. Now he has medevacs on the way. I think overall that was a very good beginning for him. But Rogue didn't take, like, game-ending losses. You can definitely still play it out from this position, right?
Yeah, I think this is manageable. So the next move is going to be double medevac with Marines over here. Now, the Lings can run right under this. You literally right-click them onto the medevac. And it's hard to find anywhere to unload, right? Like, ideally, what he would have wanted to do was to unload, like, around here. And I guess he's going to get away with it because he did not preemptively run around this. And then you try to kill creep tumors. I mean, just try to trade out. Hydralisk Den coming up here. 1-1, by the way, about to finish for Zerg.
Yeah, he's adding in Banes now. He does not have Bane speed yet, so got to be careful there. You don't run off creep and lose those. But his upgrades are very quick here. They're finishing up already. Clem's adding his armory, so he'll be able to get his next ones going as well. These Marines will have to pick up for now, but Clem just keeping the pressure on, making sure Rogue's not cutting too many corners, just holding that drone key. Make sure he is defending here, and also buying himself the space with the map control to get his 3rd base down, and then make the orbital on site.
Okay. We are going to see him. Ooh. Going to run away.
Oh my god, this mineral line's open though, and the tank is going to add friendly fire with the splash damage. SCV is starting to fall here, and the drop is thwarted. One medevac goes down there. Big win for Rogue, actually. This mineral line has to evacuate.
Okay, he's doing a good job. Oh my god, the targeting is insane.
Clem's micro, dude.
Oh my god, and he actually fakes him out and then just drops behind the minerals. Not enough blockage in the surface area there to kind of prevent the Lings from getting back there, but like Clem is so nasty with this targeting.
Dude, I've just seen Clem's camera, and he is fast, man.
Yeah.
He is moving so quick. One of the quickest players in the game, for sure.
You know, it's you really got to commend Rogue for even, defending all this stuff because, you misstep against one of these drops somewhere and, like, things can start to really fall apart.
Yeah, absolutely. We do see Hydras coming out now, so eventually he will have something to shoot up and actually get rid of these medevacs.
So Clem's going to push out.
Yeah. And he has an army supply lead of 20 right now. His army is definitely going to be scary. Rogue's droned up nicely. If he can make enough he'll be in a good spot. But right now his army's kind of chasing this medevac in the corner of the map.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a diversion, right?
Yeah.
Like he's been enough of a nuisance. Rogue does not see this coming out. This is what I like to call a jump scare push, where you're like playing the game and then you almost fall out of your chair because there's just tanks sieged up over it, and he's going to go for the interior base.
Look at these tanks behind that worker-only path. This is so difficult to attack into as the Zerg. He's leapfrogged his Marines over the gap with the medevacs. Counterattack comes in. A lot of lings, but there's enough bio here to fight them, I believe, with the tank support. So Baners get some connections, but it looks like this hatchery will probably go down unless Rogue gets over here. No, it's going to go down for sure. If he wants it. If he decides to shoot it, okay, he will. So good push, very good push by Clem, getting tons of damage done here.
Okay, so he, basically was victorious over there, wiped that base out, killing off another 12 drones here. Clem is at 163 supply to the 120 here. So I'm getting worried because not only is Rogue down to 3 bases, he is making a 4th at the bottom right, by the way, but Terran might just push him and kill him. There's a beautiful creep pathway up through the middle, but Terran's pushing on the sides that are not creeped up.
Yeah, and he kind of caught Rogue in the transition while he's going into lurkers here. It's such a good timing for the Terran to hit. You obviously have less army as you start to get those tech buildings and make that transition. If you wait for the lurkers to be out, it can be really scary for the Terran, but I think Clem's, is in a great spot right now, picking off these spore crawlers and some more overlords. The damage is just accumulating.
He's supply blocked right now. It's so annoying. You're like basically versus a maxed out Terran. You're like 130 supply, losing overlords.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Could have been some big shots there. Oh, actually gets those lurkers in the cocoons.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And Rogue looks frustrated with that one.
Yeah, that was one of these moments we never saw the killing blow come in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was this weird game. He had like this perfect creep path up through the middle, almost up to where the Terran was.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Terran's like pushing down either side where there is no creep. I don't know that Rogue did any one thing wrong. It felt like it was kind of this game of like layered victories for Clem. Starting with that push.
Openings really favored Clem because Rogue went for the quick 3 hatcheries and then into the gas. So like his speed was really late and he didn't have speed when that first Marine push hit.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get the lings on top of those Marines at all, and he ends up losing 12 workers. And against someone like Clem, that's all he needs.
Yeah.
He just needs a small lead, and then he knows the rest of the phases of the game so well and all the push timings. And one small lead becomes a bigger lead, etc., etc.
Yeah. He's got the player destabilized enough, and Clem is like pretty perfect at just like building out and growing and getting bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
And he very rarely miss micros. And he will multitask you in like 2 places at once, so the medevacs is so difficult to deal with. And then, just the big push comes down. Beautiful position on those tanks at the worker path. You just can't attack into that unless you go all the way around with melee units. So, beautiful position.
I think if Rogue's going to win, he has to have a much cleaner start.
Yeah.
I think he really has to play a game where, like, he's not... I don't know. I think he has to be more cautious. He did not have a lot to spot. Versus those Marines, he did play greedy.
Yeah,
he did skip Ling's speed back there. Anyways, we're gonna go on into game number 2 here. Right now, Clem up 1-0 in this best of 5.
Indeed, slight lead for Clem here as he takes map number 1, but this series is anything but over. We have seen Rogue. Who was it? He went down 2-0 versus Björn against the proxies, and then won the next 3 games. He just got angry. Let's just say he got angry and just like Roach Ravager all in a few games in a row and just like smashed Björn. So he is definitely capable of coming back at any moment, I believe.
One thing about Rogue is that he just seems like the kind of player who's not so much like into the meta as he is like he knows how to play against the player and kind of like what in the map and sort of knows how to win.
Yeah,
I that might be like a cheap way of me describing it to say he knows how to win, but I mean he's not always trying to like exploit, I don't know, trends or anything like that. It's just
he's not a meta slave at all. Like,
no, not at all.
He makes his own builds. He does whatever he thinks works from first principles, not from
I could be wrong. I feel like he's got more of a range than ever before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
He's playing so many different builds. Like we've seen him like do spine crawler rushes against max packs. That game always comes up in the breaks. He's been doing some wild stuff, and in this matchup as well. The series versus Maru showed that, so I wouldn't be surprised to see at least one or maybe two cheeses or kind of weird builds come out in this series from him.
Yeah, so here comes the Overlord Scout. Now this is a very, very different map to play on here. Now he's going to scout him immediately and actually whip the Overlord away. So this is a 4-player, not 4-player, it's a 4-spawn location map.
Yeah.
Which, these are extremely common in StarCraft 1, if not typical.
Right.
And then, much less common in StarCraft 2. But I'm really glad that we got this map voted in.
Yeah, me too.
And I think that it's great for us to explore games on different maps. I think that's the only way to keep StarCraft healthy in tournaments like what we're doing here is to basically ensure that you have, first of all, a couple maps that do have standard features.
Yeah.
That's good for, kind of more standard meta stuff. And I think it's also good for new players who want to learn. That you can see maps that are familiar. But then you also have to put a couple maps with some crazy ideas. And see, does this make the game better? Does it make it worse? Does it make it imbalanced in some ways?
Oh, my God. We have a
he's gonna
base
go for,
in the very corner of the map here.
Well, funnily enough, so I'm actually doing the caster.
Oh, dude, he took the worker tube all the way down the left side of the map, right?
Yeah. The little railway.
Pipe.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing over there. You can send workers just down that. I probably should have mentioned that at the start. But, hidden bases on maps with lots of spawns are pretty good because, especially in a TVZ, most of the tension's going to be centered at the upper half.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a chance. Now, one of the things about having a hidden base is, if they send one Zergling there to look, it's like, okay, now you've spent 400 minerals on a location that you can't keep. But, we don't have a lot of these 4-spawn maps.
I mean, as a Terran player, how are you going to scout that? You're not going to randomly... I mean, maybe an air unit flies past it.
Yeah.
If you have a Liberator go to the main or a Viking or something. But,
yeah, maybe you'd have...
Oh, look at these drones. Rogue knows this map, dude. He's ready for this map. Can we just watch them go through the pipe?
Yeah, let's go. Let's watch them go through. This is fun. Only... Oh, the speed booster.
Oh, my God. It's like a roller coaster, dude, for drones. It's like being at the theme park.
The drone centipede coming through here. What is it? A, B, C, D, E, F. You don't want to be the F drone and the drone centipede, the one all the way in the back.
Is that worse than being in the... I don't know, dude.
Middle would be...
It's all pretty bad, isn't it? It's all bad.
Ziggy looks like he's going to throw up.
Ziggy's like, yeah, you... Okay.
Like,
oh my God, is he going to scout this?
Would be the worst. I'm like, all right, Ziggy, come on, man. You're missing the point.
He scouts the base. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, look at this smile on Clem. Clem's like, you sly dog. So now what? How does Terran want to play this? Do you want to try to just go over there and drop? It does feel like he can be counterattacked. Yeah. We see this so rarely in StarCraft 2. I genuinely don't know. I guess, you just go for a drop, send it out. Rogue. By the way, there's nothing worse than right when this hidden base finishes and it's scouted.
Right. It's like the worst time.
If they spot it when it's halfway done, you're like, okay, I can cancel. Or they spot it 5 minutes later.
What's going on? He's going to send them back?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And they go back
now,
the other way.
That. That's probably what letter does that drone, Ziggy? Huh? Are we getting close to M now? Maybe that's the worst drone to be.
Ziggy looks so mortified.
I like that this cast involves me talking to a guy that has no mic. He can't actually respond. Yeah. Okay, well, this just goes down.
This is crazy, by the way. These guys must know this map really well because not only did Rogue try it using the worker pipe, but Clem was ready for that idea and actually sent a Reaper down there early. So very good scout by him. Luckily, Rogue did get the drones out, so you can still mine with them at his other base. But that's a big win for Clem, knocking a hatchery down already.
Okay, that just sucks.
Yeah.
That's painful. Oh, gonna get this drone! Okay.
Clem does not miss.
Gamer alert. All right, I get it. I get it. You're fast. You play this game a lot. Gets the drone, too. Even the larva, are they gonna die?
Oh, he's gonna remake it.
One drone's gonna be made. He died for you. Become a hatchery
on,
one
brother.
day. Become a hidden base that isn't scouted. Ah. Oh, and the queen's over here.
Oh, that queen actually lived. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that until Mapu showed us. So, Clem's just coming through here and bullying. Rogue. I mean, this is rough. Clem's still on 2 bases, by the way. Rogue is trying to really just explode on the map here. Little supply block here. But we are going to have a push eventually here from Clem.
Yeah, it's not actually that far away if you get spawns on the same side of the map here. There's a decent account of Roach Ravager out on the map. Rogue is actually supply blocked right now. 3 Overlords in production. We'll break the block in just a moment. He's got the +1 armor coming through, so similar build to what we saw Lambo doing. Only 4 Roaches here in the main. Will Clem drop on this? He will indeed. Start to target down these Roaches. Okay, the rest of them come back over as well. The Queen will fall though as well. Good pick off by Clem once again. The Clem's just so nasty. You just watch him like run 2 groups of medevacs around. Yeah. I'm just like, oh my god,
like
how do you
so much
defend
stuff
this
being killed
with
that Clem
Roaches?
drops like 1 or 2 Marines, and it's like, oh god. Rogue is, I think, playing minus the hidden base that was killed and all the lost mining time, by the way, with the drones.
Yeah.
I think Rogue's doing a decent job. He is going into Roach Ravager, so this is like a little bit more of a fighting force that he's got.
Yeah, he's droned very well. He's on 76 right now, which is very good considering he lost a hatchery that early. He's going for the infestation pit. Going to look to make that transition at some point. The 3rd base for Clem is down here now. Going to morph into an orbital. Ling speed started up as well as the Baneling there, so he's going to transition into Roach Rav, Ling Bane eventually. Maybe add that Hive in as well when he has the chance, but Clem is going to make a push here. I feel like Rogue has a very good army to deal with this though. Oh, the speed zones and the slow zones going to have a big impact on this. One tank is bio down immediately, excuse me. The other one is not even sieged, and it's in the slow zone, so that gets picked off. 2 more tanks going to get bio down. Okay, just the one, but the rest will get cleaned up by the Roaches. What a wipe by Rogue.
That was crazy. Now, Clem is going to take this hatchery out. By the way, bottom left hatchery is back in the game. So it's going to be 4 base to 3 base. I don't know how much further Rogue can push out here, but I gotta say Rogue is definitely, looking like he's in a lot better shape.
Yeah, I wonder if Clem actually mined out all the patches there that connect his natural to his 3rd. If not, he's gonna have to lift this base. He hasn't, so his units can't even get through unless he lifts them over with medevacs. So he actually has to abandon that position, and oh, look at this little mind game. Like, okay, you left, I'm just gonna go back down here. But again, all the depots are gonna fall here at the front.
Yeah, a lot of damage here. We've got to be careful not to overextend. There's a decent number of Marauders here. The 3rd base is being repaired. He can't get tank. Oh, big deny there. That's crazy. Clem's so fast.
He's so fast, dude. He's making a game of this. I feel like a lesser Terran would just be dead at this point. But he's staying active across the map, making Rogue work for this right now. Continuously microing these drops, trying to get any little damage he can to get himself back in this game. But medevac finally falls to the Queens, so that's almost the end of this harassment, and I wonder if Rogue's going to scout this 3rd base again and go for it once more, or just be content with taking out the depots here.
It's been a tight game on both sides. I don't know if Terran's going to check that bottom left base, by the way. He doesn't know at all.
I know you hate the term doom drop, but that is a doom drop.
That is a doom drop. Is it a drop of doom? I think it is.
That's 4 medevacs while he's being pushed with Roach Ravager. This is a crazy maneuver. A big gamble coming out of Clem. Rogues are going to actually pull the trigger as he moves out. The tanks fall immediately. Can the Roaches even get through there? The Ravager's blocking it right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, he lost a bunch of tanks. This drop is insane. And I'm worried that Rogue is kind of out of position here. Oh my god, he's got enough that he is going to win this. Yeah, he's got enough.
I think Clem's going to win this fight. He's going to have to bring more back, right?
Well, this is where the damage is going to get kind of crazy. Now, he's going to run up into the entrance here. Kind of a log jam here with the units. This is like literally only Ravagers. This is so funny
So
looking.
many Ravagers, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
the funny thing is, Ravagers by themselves, they're not that good. You know what I mean?
Right, they're very fragile.
Yeah, they die pretty fast. And, they're not great at retreating against Stim Marine Marauder.
Okay, so as the dust settles here, we've got 58 drones versus 36 SCVs. Clem is mining from his 3rd again. That drop move was such a clutch play. I feel like he's kind of saved this game. If he just stays home, I think he just gets bled out and dies. So I think he took a really good calculated risk there with a 4 medevac drop. And I think it's got him back in a good spot here in this game. I still favor Rogue. I mean, he's got Hive tech available now. Ultra's on the way, Adrenal, Chitinous Plating, getting all his Hive upgrades. And Clem is just kind of trying to rebuild here, down to 128 supply, adding in some Liberators.
Yeah, this has been a very interesting game to see. Ooh, kind of an overextension there. He's going to pick up and get back out. You can really kind of exploit the fact that it's the travel distance is a bit long to get around to the other side of that, the terrain over there. Rogue is going to ramp up to maxing out and probably try to hit again. And I don't know that Clem can protect what he needs. We're going to have chitinous plating done, and we're going to have ultralisks as well.
Yeah, there's only one tank out right now, so normally you don't want to attack through the front, but he might actually be able to get away with it just because there's only one tank and he's going to have ultras. I would have to see what kind of angle he looks to go for. The third is an obvious kind of angle of attack. It's so funny that he's mining this base again, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is Clem probably thinks this game is more even than it is, and actually Rogue is getting really out of range here. By the way, the counterattacks are going to be even scarier now. Oh, God.
Oh, is he going to land and take out those Banelins? No, he's going to fly past. Okay.
I don't think the Terran can keep this location at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of Zerg coming in.
It's like just so much.
Yeah, and he can't even run through the minerals quickly. It's like very awkward to get through there. So he takes some huge Banelin connections, has to evacuate all these medevacs right now. 15 SCVs go down. The one tank is standing strong for the moment, but will get biled down. The counterattack not doing that much either.
No, I mean, Terran's stuck on two bases for a while here. I don't think there's anything Clem can do. Kind of a funny game. I think that Clem, he found the hidden base.
Yeah.
He got the kill, but I mean, it's kind of like the bunny game, actually. It's like, well, don't attack Roach Ravager. Yeah. I almost feel like when you see Roach Ravager, you have to completely reverse engineer what you're doing if you're going to push. Like, I think, yeah, that's what I think. Sick analysis.
Yeah, sick analysis, dude. No, but I mean, you're right. Yeah. Like, the bio does outscale it. Yeah. Which is why you try and go into ultras, right? But if you can hit before ultras, I feel like that's your timing against Roach Ravager.
Yeah.
Not like as they're just starting to get a bunch of it out. I feel like that's the strongest moment of Roach Ravager.
Yeah.
When you're like 150-ish and the Terran's just got like a couple tanks. If that gets caught out on the map, it can be disastrous.
Seems like it's better to turtle and drop a lot. And just not attack for the time being.
Yeah.
What are we plugging? Let's see. TastelessTV merch, guys. Go check out the merch shop. It's tastelessthreads.com. We got all sorts of merch there. I think we've got something for everybody. We've got a lot of choices there. We've also just got RSL stuff if you want to support, if you want to rep RSL, I should say. There is a discount for Patreon supporters. It's 20% off. Yeah, something to do as we go onto this little break, guys. We are going to be back in a couple minutes. We're going to show you some Archon stuff, our sponsor. And when we return, we're going to go back to this best of 5 here between Clem and Rogue. What's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for waiting. We're going to go into game number 3 here. A little feather floating around.
Get it.
Little, excuse me. I'm multing. I get it. When the games get good, all my feathers come out. That's when I get really excited. What was I saying? We're going to go to game 3 in this best of 5 right now. Clem kind of had like a strong showing at the start, and then, I don't know, I mean, attacked in moments where he just couldn't do that and was never able to recover.
Yeah, Rogue fighting back. Game 3 is 1-1 each. Oh, we're being treated some good ZVT here today, Tasteless. First hit of Game 5, Lambo Bunny.
We're going to creme de la creme of the
creme
ZVT.
de la Clem.
The creme de la Clem, thank you. Well done. Going into Game 3 now, we're tied up 1-1. Rogue got, the upper hand here and managed to take that game. But that's kind of a different map. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, Clem was kind of going through the motions, but definitely kind of attacked at the wrong time. So now we're going to see in this game, by the way, both players spawn on the bottom. This is not a 4-spawn map like we saw in the previous game. Should be interesting.
Yeah, indeed. This time we see Bunny going for the racks here. No CC first. Going to be a racks gas opener. And on the side of Rogue looking pretty... Clem, excuse me. Too much casting recently. Yeah, Clem going for the racks opener here. Going to be a standard Reaper start. Rogue throwing down his hatchery as well. And Rorschach is one of these maps where things can get really aggressive really quickly.
Yeah.
If Terran takes
it
the
depends on
forward
who's looking at it.
base,
Some say because the Rorschach map, it can be very macro-oriented.
when I see this map, I see Roach Ravager all-ins. What do you see,
Yeah, when I
Tasteless?
see this map, I see my dad not hugging me enough. Everybody sees something a little bit different. No, I mean this is a map where it can be pretty tense. Zerg can expand like upwardly onto their side of the map.
Yeah.
You know, some maps when you have positions like this, the Zerg can expand away from the Terran, which is like a nightmare for the Terran. You know, on most of the maps you have, the Zerg has to kind of expand towards the Terran, or at least be like about as far away as like the third or the fourth base. So a lot of times when we do see Terrans win, they're just continuously pushing the Zerg on the bottom side. You're a little bit less focused, unless you're dropping. When you're pushing, you're a little bit less focused on trying to just kill all the bases and more just trying to kind of overpower the Zerg.
Right, yeah, indeed. This Overlord actually has a very nice vantage point on this map. Does get to see a lot. Factory coming down now for Clem. No second gas just yet, as Mapu points out. This SCV waiting for a drone to leave so he can see the third base location. If it is going to happen, it should be soon. Here's the Reaper, though. Actually, in the main, not going to go to the natural this time, so the Lings, he actually had to make 6 Lings here to deal with this. And finally now the Queen is out, so that can deal with the Reaper. Gonna be shoot away down this cliff once more. Would he actually get a Zergling here? He will.
Okay, he manages to get away. Quick third CC here for Clem. Going with that classic, you know, 8 racks, double eBay. We're probably gonna have the 2 eBays thrown down here in a little bit. Into kind of your macro tug-of-war game here.
Yep, Starport going down as well. The Factory moving over there to make an add-on for it. Second gas going down at the natural here, so Terran's up to 2 gas right now. Rogue's droning is a little hard out, getting 8. And we do not have a third base for Zerg just yet. So I'm kind of just starting to think what Rogue might be going for. It is going to be a quick layer this game, as he had the gas banked up. Now getting the third, as he's able to once the Reaper allows it. And basically a quick layer like this at about 3:30. It can be like, you know, quick roaches. If you wanted to go mutas, it would be a bit earlier, I feel like. You can get it a bit earlier than that. So let's see what he wants to do with this. I feel like this is a great Nidus map, by the way.
Yeah, this is, I agree. Definitely a map you can go for Nidus. Certainly not going to be as effective if you try to go for Roach Ravager here, just because Banshees with Cloak kind of just end that. You know, you're on a timer before the Banshee kills everything off. You're never going to hit that with Corrosive Bile.
Yeah, unless you just kill everything else, but the Banshees become, like you say, so good in that situation.
Right.
Especially if they target down Ravagers, like really high value units. That can be very good. We obviously do see Clem is going Cloak Banshee here. Roach Warren on the way, as well as the Evo for Rogue. And I'm still wondering why he got this fast layer. Does he just want a really quick Roach speed here? He's going to get his +1 armor first. That's the kind of choice, upgrade of choice at the moment versus Bio with Roaches. Now we see the Roach speed come down at 440, so nice and quick here. He has an Overseer as well to scout the composition of Clem.
Okay, so he doesn't know. Well, hold on a second. Is it just 1 eBay? Am I crazy? He didn't get 2? Oh no, he just started the second one. I was going to say, I don't think this is a build where you ever get 1 eBay. Okay, so here comes the Banshee. I don't see any
is there no detection?
Nothing over here.
Oh my god.
So he starts a Spore. Where's the Overseer?
Well, he made one of the Clem's natural, but that's so far away. He might take huge losses here. Okay, there's one more thing there. He can bring this over, but this is going to be at least 10 drones, surely. Just to the first Banshee here.
This is so bad.
This is painful.
He hasn't even lost the Banshee yet. I mean, think about all the 12, you know, I don't know how many Marines it was, but in game 1, when he sent the Marines out and like killed 12 drones, we're like, this is pretty good. Well, this is really good here for Clem.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream situation, right? You just fly a Banshee in with Cloak and there's no detection whatsoever.
He's going for 12-2. He's going for the big 1-2 here.
12-2?
Into big 12 drone kills.
Oh, right.
So that way he'll be exactly the same as he got in game 1.
Yeah, okay. That would be nice. We see Rogue going for the Infestation Pit. He is making a transition here. Not a huge all-in, but he's going to send his Roaches across the map. Check if there's actually enough here. We do see there's a lot of Marines there. Is this a good choice for Rogue, or are these...
I don't know about this. It's hard, right? Because when the Banshee, you need to try to do something, right? But the Banshee can chip away at this. Slowing the tank count down. Oh my! Could this be a good layup for a big timing attack coming up here?
Maybe. This is the issue with sending those roaches across the map. That you're going to lose some while they come back. I mean, you did get 4 SCVs. That's something, but is it worth it? I mean, you only lost 2 roaches, to be fair. 4 infestors in production right now, so it's going to be a big roach infestor mid-game. Armory coming down for 2-2 as Clem's 1-1 is almost done here.
Okay, he's going to come towards the main. And I don't know, is there actually enough here? Yeah, with those roaches coming down from above, there is. So +1's going to finish. There was a little bit of staggering here. Between the upgrades, so it's not like 1-1's going to finish. Armor's around the corner here. Double Banshees are just going to rain down and do damage over to this 4th base. Meanwhile, the drops are really keeping the Zerg occupied.
Yeah, these Banshees have been such a thorn in Clem's side up until now. They're low HP, but still alive. The bio is in a bit of an awkward spot right here. You do not want to get fungled, then you cannot get away. He's kind of trapped here. Will Clem try to lift out? Probably. He could go upwards now that the infestors have come round. Dude, Clem's so good, man.
Clem's very good at this position game.
Oh!
Ooh, what's up?
Is there enough to actually kill these, though? He's going to chain the fungals. If you don't get a medivac, though... Oh, nice split.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good.
Okay, good pick off there by Rogue, then.
So he's going to go up to Hydras. So Rogue's going to try to do some kind of an attack here with the Hydra Roach. Basically, this can wipe the Banshees out. It's going to be a late morph here. Ooh!
Oh, gets an infestor. Huge pick off there. Even now getting value out of these Banshees. And drone's going down.
Yeah, now Terran's going to try to push out.
Yeah, there's already a lot of units moving across the map for Clem here. Dude, Clem makes so much happen with so little all throughout the game. It's really incredible to just watch. Sometimes I'm not speaking. I'm literally just watching Clem play. Look at this army. This is a massive army right now. So many Widow Mines in this composition. Clem stims in. The bio going to get to work on these Roach Ravager Hydras. I mean, the fungals are good, but there's just so much bio right now. The Widow Mine going to go off on nothing just yet. Okay, now they're going to start to fire. Ravagers going down. Queens fall. And Clem's army is just too big right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I don't know. If Rogue can't hold this here, he's going to lose this game. And it just, the angle's so ugly for Rogue to try to fight through because the hatchery takes up some of the surface area.
Yeah.
So when you're watching that fight, excuse me, Clem pulls his army down so that then the hatchery and then that little, that ledge, like squishes the army together. Meanwhile, the siege tanks are doing damage the whole time. Rogue will run back, and then it's like now your hatchery is taking more damage. I mean, domination right now from Clem.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of a disaster against the Banshees in the beginning for Rogue. Yeah. I feel like he didn't even really get into that game in a good position in the mid-game.
Yeah.
Losing that many workers. He didn't have the detection, obviously, so... A little bit unfortunate. He can just go into the next game, try to clean up that early game, get the scout, make sure he actually knows what's coming his way, and then I still believe he can fight back, but what a game 3 by Clem.
Again, Clem able to get that damage really early on.
Yeah.
It does not feel like Rogue has much of a chance if he's not able to... Well, I guess it's not true. Game 2, he actually did lose his hidden base.
Yeah.
And was fine. But, I mean, game 3 here, the Banshee did so much damage. It got like 11 drone kills.
Right.
And wasn't even killed off.
And that was the one Banshee, not even joined up. Like, he sent the one Banshee in right away, and he got 11 super early into the game. That hits your economy so hard.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go to Necropolis now for map number 4 here. Clem up 2-1. Could Clem be facing Lambo here in the winners bracket?
Ooh, we could have an EU match.
Yeah.
For the round of 4.
Wait, he would play Lambo, right? In the okay,
yeah.
I've done this before. I don't know what it is when I'm casting. Since I have like no idea. The bracket is all amorphous in my mind. I've like made calls in tournaments where I'm like, that means this guy plays this guy in the finals. It's like, no, Tasteless. That's not how this works. Oh my God, he's gonna send a drone out. He's gonna do the offensive hatchery.
Yeah, he is. He's going to make it right here in the natural.
Whenever I see this and I see the way these games have gone, I'm like, is he doing this because he has no hope? Or is he doing this because this is like the best strategy?
I don't think Rogue ever gives up, and I think he has some wild strategies, so
Yeah.
I think it's the second one. We'll see what he's going to go for. Is this going to be like hatch pool, or is he going to go hatch pool and something aggressive? Probably... well, I mean, he can do either, I guess. Let's see if he's going to be aggressive with this, or if it's just to delay the Terran CC. But, I mean, the Terrans could just make their CC next to it, right? So, probably going to be something aggressive. We see the pool coming down now. And does Terran actually know about this right now? No, Clem does not see it for the moment. He didn't SCV scout yet. But once the Rax is done, he will come down, sees the hatchery for the first time. Oh, that's a hatchery.
Yeah. I'm always interested in seeing someone like Clem handle this because I'm like, okay, you have to have the exact answer for this, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly is it? Now, one of the things that comes with this is you don't get to go into your normal build, right? You have this early command center that you can't really take advantage of right away. I mean, you can still make SCVs, but you're not getting the benefit of the extra base. Plus, the creep pollutes the whole area. So besides this bunker that was made before the hatchery is done, you can't really make stuff down here.
Yeah, speaking of creep, one of the goals of this proxy hatch is just to get a tumor at the Terran natural.
Right.
Because you delay the Terran CC from landing for so long, and you make them spend a very early scan, which could be a mule, which is, gives you so much eco early on in the game.
By the way, he's massing lings with this.
Yeah, he's making some lings, but he doesn't have speed yet. These are going to come across the map.
Now, one thing to note is that like the Reapers are bad versus buildings.
Yeah.
Like I almost think they heal buildings. I'm not totally sure. Like they don't. So, can you pounce on this bunker and take this out is the big question, because I think Clem's going to be in a real problem here. Okay, so here we go.
Wow, he's actually going to go in on this bunker. The SCV is pulled to help out, but there's a lot of lings here. They try to body block. Some of these SCVs will go down. The Marines.
Oh, the Queen gets in here.
Oh my God!
The Queen is pissed. The Queen is trapped in here.
She's trapped.
Oh my God! All right, well that's not good. So the Queen just dies.
Yeah.
But we have a second Queen coming up here. Oh my God, this bunker is still here. I feel like the Queen is supposed to kill the bunker in that sequence, right?
It would definitely be better if you had a Queen here. I mean, you do want to get a tumor down if you can, right? Start spreading some creep into the main if you're going to do this push. But I mean, taking out the bunker would have been really good, like you said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you have like this kind of foothold. Rogue is still making lings.
Oh yeah, there's no transition here. He's just going completely all in. Okay, but this is walled, so now you have to drone, right?
Yeah, he's gonna drone now. Okay, wait, what's the worker count? So it's 19 to 20. Zerg does have a base. You can't super saturate with workers in StarCraft 2.
Right.
So you don't really get like the bonus of like, or basically be like, oh, well, you're gonna get a little bit more minerals. Like they kind of just ping pong around.
Yeah. So now the tank is out. Zerg will have to evacuate this area. He doesn't have speed, so just gonna get out.
He needs to get that creep tumor down. Well, I guess he probably can't if the Marines are here.
Yeah, he does have one there, which should spread decently well. He's making more on the low ground here. This is going to be expensive to clear out with all these scans. And he can also spread those one back up the ramp if he has vision, which he will need. But the CC will be able to land eventually. But how much time has this cost Clem? Because, he's only been mined on the one base. But to be fair, so is Rogue. Just now starting to mine his natural. Slight worker lead for Clem. I really think if that, like he's, oh my God.
Oh my God! Decent surround. A lot of the splash just shreds those Marines. These are slow lings, by the way, which is hilarious.
They're also slow Marines, no stim overseas, so it's tough for them to get away. Now speed is done. These Marines might get caught here. This is such a funny little dance. He wants to get one more tumor down really bad.
So funny. Yeah, he's going to throw it down. Get it down. Get it down. Go.
The Reaper tried to deny it.
Gets it down.
But will it survive? Will Clem actually go for it? Oh, the tumor goes down.
Okay. Queen has to do the walk of shame back home.
Okay.
How long is this going to go on for? Oh!
Yeah, the Reaper does die. And now Clem's kind of in the dark, right? Like, he doesn't see anything on the map right now. There could be anything coming across the map, so he has to feel a little bit worried, potentially. Until he gets a medevac out, and then he can start flying across the map. There's an Evo chamber done, but no upgrade on the way just yet.
I mean, where does this game go from here?
It's so wonky.
It's
right?
such a weird game. I do feel like overall, Clem is still developed more. Like he's getting his upgrades. Is the armor upgrade late compared to where it would normally be?
Well, if you just look at the timer, then yes.
Well, yeah, but I meant like
relatively.
I guess I'm trying to figure. It's like someone ahead in tech here when this is all said and done.
I mean, we don't have the Baneless down. I think Clem's tech is better, just because his stim is almost done. But I think the upgrade is fine. I kind of like Rogue's position as long as he doesn't take damage to this. His drone count's good. He's got a third base. He's starting to spread his creep now. Yeah, it's a very weird kind of spot we end up in. This supply block is huge, by the way. Okay, unblocked now, but here come the Marines. There's a decent queen count at the front. And just now is the layer starting. So to answer your question, I think Clem's tech is definitely better right now.
Okay, so he's not going to be able to get in and do a whole lot. There's a lot of links coming down here. The Baneling's Nest is done. You know, Clem, one of the scariest things about him is he's just so active with his drops. He's just, you know, he's basically always shaving off a little bit more of the player's army every single time, even if it's like a couple lings like that, and then getting out. And, you know, this does add up over time. It can be death by 1,000 cuts.
He literally looks like he's playing Archon mode. Like,
yeah.
You look at the production bar and like all this stuff is being added, but the medevacs are always being perfectly controlled, and the units picked up at the right moments. The right units focus fired. Clem's multitasking is just insane. Okay, of course, as I say that, he loses a medevac to Queens, but that's the caster curse.
Yeah, that's he's trying to make us look bad.
I know.
Excuse me. We're gonna have Burrow come down. The Hydra Den is going to come here as well. We're at the point where the 8 racks phase is kicking in. You know, Terran has the engine really going. The SCVs, you've really filled out and saturated these bases. You're going to get a lot of tanks here. And we're probably going to start to see him beginning to push. And by the way, for Rogue, he's taken the whole top layer of the map. So there's no base that I think is really easy to attack into here.
Yeah.
I actually think this map is pretty forgiving for the Zerg, as far as like, you know, you get a lot of space.
Yeah, you might go around the very right side of the map and try and hit the 4th.
I think so.
Where there's no creep. But yeah, I'm just looking at the work counts here. Clem's economy is actually really good. He's recovered very well from the proxy hatch, dealt with it nicely. I like his position in this game as he starts to set up for his first big push, while this medevac distracts the Zerg army. And here it comes, the Marine stim in, looking to get this hatchery. The drones are pulled. There's not going to be a defense of this. All the Zerg units are on the other side.
I don't know that Rogue's spotting has been great. There's been a couple of jump scare attacks here where you can almost see the Zerg never... A lot of times when Terran starts to push, you have to like run out and try to engage him, and then when they like, you know, stim or siege up, you like run back, and you're trying to basically like slow them down. You're trying to curb the progress that they're trying to make on the map.
I mean, there are these 2 watchtowers, and you need to have control of those, or at least see when your opponent takes it away from you, and with what. Infestation Pit being added now, as well as that range upgrade for the Hydras, +2 armor, +1 melee on the way. The Widow Mine upgrade, as well as 2-2 for Clem, coming in now. He's clearing out a lot of creep on this area of the map. Forced to pick up there is Clem, but the Lings take a lot of shots from those tanks as well.
Oh, I didn't even see the Burrowed Banes there. That's insane. Huge victory there for Rogue.
Sick move.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, Clem's still relentless. He's going to come out here again. I love the 2 tanks over here. One of these positions is just so annoying to try to fight.
Yeah, once you get Hydras, you can hit them from the high ground, but until then, it's an absolute nightmare to kind of unlodge those with just melee units. They're so entrenched there, and Looks like he's going to go for a counter Ling attack while Clem's now moves to the left side of the map. But I think Rogue's going to see this with the Lings, actually. So he has a heads up this time and actually gets into the mineral line. Rogue going to come back. Clem going to come back and deal with this. But this does take away from his push, and actually the main army is going to come back home as well.
Okay, he's going to try to come out again. Oh, okay. He's going to snipe down those two Banes. Too many Hydras here to fight this. Again, still a pretty decent entrenched position over here. Clem's going to move through the bottom. I think that Rogue's going to counterattack over here at the third.
Yeah, he's going in now into that mineral line.
Let's go to the fight. Okay, we're going to... He's hitting over here.
Okay, the Widowmine's not the best shots. Only 3 SCVs going down, though. The SCV's pulled, and here comes Clem on the other side. Tons of Widowmines starting to burrow here. There's a huge Hydra count. Not that many Banes that I can see right now, and they're at the very back here, so the Lynx die immediately. Not a good start to the fight for Rogue, but he's going to recover this now. Attacking into the tank, actually takes out the tank. I thought that was going to go badly for Rogue there, but he suddenly turned around.
Yeah, I think he's still okay. The problem is that Clem is still pretty sizable.
Yeah.
He's, was he at 3-3? He can't be, right?
He finished 2-2 for sure.
Okay, so maybe the upgrades are not. Yeah, he's at 2-2. Rogue is still kind of pushing out. He's trying to stabilize on his 4 bases. The problem is Clem's on 4 bases. He's got actually more supply. He's got a bigger army here, just a little bit.
Is he going to get to use these Widowmines again in the next push?
Yeah, is Rogue not aware of all that over there? Because this is like...
Oh
my God.
He is going to get to use them again. They were not cleared out after the last battle.
Yeah. Ooh, Widowmine drop over here. Oh my God! Oh!
14 go down.
Oh my God!
But
meanwhile,
what is
these
this?
Banes are coming in here.
Absolute chaos right now. Action
Somehow
everywhere.
Clem is, has everything lowered, so these are going to kill SCVs in the main, which is just unheard of.
Yeah, actually, Rogue going to send a big portion of his army over there as well. He does not have enough to deal with this, even with the drone pull, so he has to pull back here. Widowmine still in these mineral lines. I think Clem might be running away with this game. GG.
Clem wins. Beautifully done. Clem just a powerhouse right now in
He's
TVZ.
playing so good. His form is impeccable.
Yeah.
The multitasking, the speed, the decision-making, just everything was on point this series.
I mean, God tier.
Yeah.
He played so well. Totally deserved to win that. And again, Rogue's not out. He's going to go to the losers bracket now. So that we have Clem, Lambo, right? Wow, that's going to be a crazy match.
Very much looking forward to that. And last season, actually, Rogue went on a crazy losers run, didn't he?
Yeah.
Going all the way through the lower bracket. Beating Maru later on in the season. So he's not out. He can definitely pull it back. Still put up a good showing by the end of the season. And yeah, it's going to be that EU face-off in the top 4. And in the upper bracket, it's Hero versus Solar.
Yeah, that's right.
I couldn't think who it was for a moment.
No.
Hero versus Solar in the other winners round of 4.
Yeah. So it's been an incredible day. By the way, we've got a nice long day for you guys here today. Yesterday was too short. So right now we're on the 16th here, guys. I'm going to go home after this because I got to sleep and I got to cast GSL Finals tomorrow. And then, excuse me. And then Season 2 of GSL is going to start. That's Wednesday and Thursday. RSL is going to continue on with our normal schedule, which is on the weekend. And on the final 2 days of the month, we're going to close out Season 5. And that's going to be starting earlier. Do we know what time? Or we decided what time that starts?
4 p.m.
4 p.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says it on screen. Okay.
That's fine.
So we will be, join us for that. That's going to be a longer day. I think we've done a good job at, kind of honing and improving this tournament. And we basically wanted to have the final 2 days be a little bit longer. Kind of end with a bang.
Yeah, I do like the format a lot this time. What was it you were saying earlier? You're doing the caster triathlon
I'm doing the
this
caster
month?
triathlon. So I'm still doing ASL. I've got GSL going on, and then RSL is happening. So
you were
I will
working hard this
eventually be
month.
back to streaming, guys. I know I've streamed one day in 5 weeks or something, but I've been so busy doing all this other stuff. Thank you to Archon Studio. They're the StarCraft tabletop miniatures game. They're the makers of the beautiful figurines I've been showing you guys on the breaks in those ads we're running. And we're just so grateful that they're supporting competitive StarCraft. It's cool to have, the the tabletop game people supporting the StarCraft esports stuff, and we hope that you guys support them by purchasing their products because their stuff is incredible.
Yeah, it looks so good. Check out the Nidus, by the way. In Tasteless Zerg video, the Nidus looks so good, man. It's so detailed and scary. It looks very, very good.
It looks straight out of like a StarCraft cinematic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they really did the game justice. Now, guys, you need to join the Patreon if you haven't already. It's patreon.com/RevivesC2. You can vote on players. You can get all the replays. You can vote on the maps. Join our Discord. By the way, I think you can do that without. Can they not join the Discord unless they're on the Patreon? How does that work?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, what is that? Yes. What do you mean? Yeah, no. What, only Patreon supporters get on the Discord. I didn't know that. And this is my league. That's amazing. Okay, but guys, most importantly, you can ask us questions.
Oh my God,
Ziggy! I love this slide.
Taser's favorite slide. What's your favorite color?
Yeah, or what's my favorite YouTube feature? Glad you asked, Sturgeon. It's the hype feature. So there's a way to hype the video, and I think you can only do it on your phone. Wait, you said this is actually a year old? Well, Lucas is the youngest one. He's going to actually be right about that. We've got the boomer energy up here. So this is a feature. I believe it's only available for VODs. But if you're watching the VOD, we got a lot of you that can't tune in live. No problem. Hype the video. That should help us in the algorithm.
Dude, we're like two old guys trying to explain Facebook to someone or something right now.
No, exactly.
You had to cut that.
Yeah. You're just rubbing your belly.
Oh, man, the boomer energy is real. But hype the video. There's a leaderboard. There's one thing StarCraft players like. Ladder. It's a ladder, yeah.
It's a ladder. That's what you understand.
We're in our placement matches right now.
In Game of Thrones, who is it? Littlefinger? He's like, chaos is a ladder. Well, so is YouTube. YouTube's a ladder too now. And we need you to hype those videos. We don't have any more plugs, right? All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you guys for the GSL finals tomorrow, as well as the GSL Season 2 the next week. And, of course, we'll see you on the weekend here for the RSL. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Bye-bye.